Everyone. So we are live, and it's another RaddTitan chat. We are on number 141. So we're
Yeah.
plowing through these chats this year. We're doing well. We are on a regular basis for once. I've had a little setup. I've moved around some of my screens actually, so I might actually be looking into the camera because normally I'm actually looking up there because that's normally where I put George up in.
It's your profile.
Yeah, I put George up in the corner. Yeah, because my nose kind of bends that way, doesn't it? When I fucking broke it, kind of like someone been kicked in the nose too many times and stuff. So yeah, so I'll be hopefully looking more forward on. But what were we saying? So it's been an interesting week. I'll tell you that.
I've had so much fun this week, man. So much fun.
We've even got Vasrod out of he's retired for a little while. He's working on his
he's on sabbatical, man.
He's on sabbatical. Yeah, he's working on his masters, and we got his temp in place. We got Nicholas in place, who I think Nicholas might take. He's taking his crown for a little bit. You know, Nicholas is doing a good old job.
Concentrate on your education, man. Don't worry about that.
I've been talking.
Place is safe in RaddTitan folklore. You are safe as houses.
I've been talking to Vas actually. Sorry, I was meant to send Vas. Vas messaged me from. He's got another account, and he said what he's doing is he's muting his collecting account because it's very distracting while he's trying to study. And he did send me his other account and said, "Can you pass that to Gio if he needs me for anything?" Which I did forget.
Well, you kept it and didn't.
I know. I want to make because Vas is your little golden boy. So we're talking about the mods. Vas is your little golden boy. So I'm trying to get some.
I think we should do a separate giveaway for our mods after the week that they've had this week. Because to be honest with you, you know what I mean? With me and Alex, we're just like laughing our tits off most of the time because we find all this shit just funny.
Yeah.
But the mods are just like, oh my God, you know, it's like, man, dude, relax, man. It's like, it's all fun and games.
Yeah, some of the, I mean, but then again, if we do the giveaway, Vasrod can't be involved because he hasn't been doing anything for the last couple of weeks. So, we'll leave him out of that. All right. So, so it's been, I'm just trying to do the usual shit. When I come on here, I start to clear up my desk. So what it is, it's been a very interesting couple of weeks. There's been an individual who's had a bit of a breakdown. I don't even know where to start with this. It's just so
it's a funny one because I have to say straight off the bat before Alex even starts laying anything on, I have to say that, you know, this channel in general, we don't go by name dropping and fucking calling people out and causing problems. You know, it's just really whenever we've had disagreements or debates or anything with people, we've always tried to just have a bit of jest and fun with it. You know, we sort of poke and prod at things, but we don't really grab a baseball bat and start trying to cave anyone in. So, unfortunately, though, this last week, there has been absolutely like posts and attacks everywhere, all over groups, and our names have been flying about. So, unfortunately, we don't have any choice. So sorry. Sorry.
Well, as you say, I mean, we did mention something the other week, and we kind of got a little bit of, not really backlash, but a couple of people PMing and just saying, well, you're too vague. You're too vague in your topic, and you're not. You didn't mention who it was directly, and and we said, well, yeah, we don't really want to. We don't want to do that. You know, we have. We have like a following, and we want people to make up their own minds on certain things, but sometimes things have to be addressed.
And we want to keep it light, isn't it? Me and Alex, you don't want to keep the community light. It's not about, you know what I mean? When drama and things kick off, the more you go on about it, the more depressing the hobby can be. So it's not really what we wanted to do. And in fairness, I got a lot of messages, actually, for the first time ever in the history of chats and RaddTitan business. I actually asked other people other than Alex, and I was like, you know, and people messaged me and said, like, I said, look, what do you think, you know, about, I've got the chat coming up. Should I address this? Should I just ignore this? And they were like, you know, in fact, I don't want to like blow smoke up anybody's sort of ask, but people said, you know, we consider you the voice. So I would like you to say what's happened. Otherwise, if you don't, then no one's going to. So I was like, well, okay, fine, that's fine then. So,
all right, well, you know, most people kind of saw what the guy in question is a guy called Dani Hinze. He's a custom guy. He was running a group.
Daniel
Robert Hinze, who used to go by the name Danny Ocean. So basically, he releases custom pieces, and he releases some pretty good pieces. I mean, he probably his most famous piece is the Wolf Wolverine, which is pretty sought after. It goes for probably like $2,500–3,000. You know,
Eric Sosa sculpt, right?
Yeah, and you know, I've said to people that, you know, I'd love to see that one day, and it's a piece I'd love to review. It's a piece I can't justify paying for, but you know, if a trade came up or whatever, I would have been, you know, I would have been happy as a big Wolverine fan to have it in my collection. Some people don't like the anatomy, but it's Marvel vs. Capcom, which is questionable anatomy anyway. So yeah, he does these projects. He runs several groups. So he runs like a video game group, which is the only group he has at the moment, which is turned into his custom selling ground. He also had Polystones, which the other admins have now removed him. So I don't really want to tarnish Polystones too much because he's not associated with it anymore. But that was his kind of his main group that he was doing stuff in anyway. But as I say, the other admin there has removed him, so he's detached from that. Again, I don't want to associate them together now. He also had several custom groups where what he was doing was he released a custom group, something customs, and then he started selling to people on there. Then he went and done another one called Ballers. He started selling to people on there and leaving the other people from the other custom group out of it. And then he started adding other people into one called Ballers Plus or whatever, and then he just kept on like making it more and more elite. And then what happened was he announced that he was going to make like an admin fee or a subscription fee, whichever way you want to word it. Personally, what it was you paid $75, and you would one of, I think it was 35 or maybe 40 people to be in, to have the privilege to be in his custom group. You would then get first dibs on who picked up which, you know, custom piece. And they would, as say, and what he done was he said, then my custom pieces are going to be very exclusive of an edition size of 30. So basically, not every project you're going to have every 40, you know, one of those 40 people wanting, so you got a very high chance of getting it. And then, you know, his stuff was in high demand. Again, I didn't have an issue with this side of it at all. And
that's his group, that's his business.
Well,
morally, whether you've got an issue with that is a different story. I personally, I'm one of them guys, you know what I mean? I wouldn't pay it. So for me, I would just be like, yeah, I'm not interested. So that, but you know what I mean? If people would and they're happy to pay it, that's fine. It definitely is an elitist move that's going to piss off a lot of people. There's no doubt about that.
Well, the thing that obviously it did piss off was he has a large client base who have been very loyal to him from a long period of time. And he before he did the announcement for the you know, the group to have an admin fee, he just started removing people. He said to people, and he put up like very arrogant posts as well, saying, if you have one order, you will be removed from Ballers Plus. Do not PM me asking me why. I will not respond to you. Do not ask me about your pre-orders you have with me. I will let you know when they're ready. Have a good day, whatever. And then remove loads of people. Anyway, back to the $75. But the $75 thing, again, going back to that, sorry, my last point on that was, again, you know, if you have a business or, you know, something that has high demand and you want to, I don't know, he started adding loads of people into his custom group. He had like 300 people. He then had Polystones, where he added 1,000 people to there, so it went up to about 1,500. He then had his video game one. So these were all the places he was plugging his pieces. He started off in the Borders group, which is a group of 300. So he was trying to sell edition sizes of 50 or so there. So obviously he's then saying, how do I choose who gets, which piece when they, people want to order it? Too many of my friends are saying, I missed it, I'm not your friend anymore, whatever. So his idea, obviously, for the $75 subscription fee was, this way I get only the serious people into this small batch of people, and then they have first dibs, and then if there are 5 left over, I can then decide what to do with them after. But these people have paid that subscription fee, so they can get it.
Yeah.
Not my issue. I didn't care about that. And some part of me thought, from a crazy point of view, that's actually smart business. If you've got something in demand, that's smart business. But anyway, obviously you're going to piss off people if it's a community like we have, which is you're very involved in that community. You're going to be hated then for that by individuals, and no matter how much you say you don't care, you're going to care, because those people are people who you've known for. I mean, he's been on the groups longer than I have. I've been in the groups 5 years. Just over 5 years. He was well in the groups before that, so he's got a lot of friends or people he's done business with. Anyway, so that's me dragging that part on, which I don't care.
Yeah, that was boring.
Sorry. Then somebody decides, I have an issue with that. I'm going to post that, and I'm going to add the screenshots, and I'm going to say, what the fuck? So someone posts it on a few groups, and RaddTitan was obviously one of them.
You mean screenshotting the conversation that he had with this person?
Yeah. Well, it was screenshots about the $75, and basically, the guy wasn't very happy about that. So the post kind of got quite a lot of posts. The thread got quite a lot of posts to it. I woke up in the morning, happy, a Saturday morning, lying in bed, waiting for my morning coffee to come up. I have an arrangement with my girlfriend where she'll bring me a coffee on Saturday and Sunday, no other day of the week, but Saturday, Sunday, she brings me a coffee, and I quite look forward to my coffee in bed. So I'm sitting there waiting for my coffee, and I'm thinking, all right, I'll do my morning ritual, and I'll go through my phone, start at the bottom, work up my PMs, and then go on to the, afterwards I'll go onto the Facebook and work my way up the notifications. Yeah, and, that's what I do. So I work my way up from the bottom, and I get to Dani Hinze, who in the past, our conversations were for a long period of time. When he wanted something, he came to me. So it started off with, I think it was something about, he was releasing a Magneto Age of Apocalypse version, and when he announced it, he said something about there was going to be 35. He sold the pre-order to people, then he raised it to 50, then he raised it to 60, and then I think when it finally came out, the edition size was 85, and on Polystones there was all these screenshots, people going mad. So he's PMing me to kind of say, hey buddy, what's going on? Have you heard about this? And just trying to make sure that I don't kind of post it on RaddTitan or whatever. But I didn't give a fuck about it anyway. I was on holiday, I was in Dominican Republic, I didn't give a fuck about it anyway. Next time he messages me something about, I had a Mech Zangief Street Fighter, the Mecha Zangief, and he messages me saying, do you want to trade it for the same actual Magneto? Do you want to trade my Age of Apocalypse Magneto? I replied, no, that's Marvel vs. Capcom. No. The pink Magneto. So I said to him, look, I'm not interested. Funny enough, I think I said to him, come back to me when you have a wolf and we may have a deal. And that was the conversation. And then the next conversation we had was, do you want me to send you a Civil War diorama? But we'll come on to that later. And then this side, I'm going around a bit, but this is all over the place anyway when you look on the groups. But And then he messages me, sorry, on the Saturday morning to say there's a post on RaddTitan. Can you take it down? So
did he ask you that politely? Did he?
The first time was okay. So the first time was like, can you take it down? And then I said to him, look, I've just woken up 2 minutes ago. I'm lying in bed. I'm tired. I'm hungover. I'm waiting for my coffee. I don't know what's going on, basically that kind of thing. And he comes out and he says, look, I have these 2 licenses coming up. One of them is for SNK, which they do all the fighting games. And they did one of my favorite arcade games, actually, which is Metal Slugs. I love it. And I got an SNK license. And then also I have an anime license. If you don't take down this post, I won't be able to help you in future. So I said to him, and then he said,
what was he fucking helped us with?
And then he said, oh, and I want that post taken down in 30 minutes. So, I actually was pretty calm, and I responded.
No coffee and blowjob for you, then, it seems, if you have to do that business. Eh?
No, I responded very calmly, and I said, look, the way that this ultimatum is, I take this ultimatum as a threat, and any future business between us is now terminated. That's it. Have a good day, or whatever. Then he comes back with all this. We had an agreement. We had a deal where you said that you said that you would take stuff off RaddTitan if I took stuff off Polystones and blah blah blah. What happened was between RaddTitan, Polystones, and Statue Collectors, we kind of had like a little. It wasn't even really an agreement. It was a bit like, we'll try and keep drama to a minimum between the 3 of us, and we'll try and take them off the groups, if the others take part. But what happened was last Saturday, some RaddTitan hater called Carlos something, who looks like the big Carlito or whatever from wrestling, he basically starts bashing RaddTitan. Dani doesn't take the post down, so I left Polystones at that point. So that agreement was over, because that he didn't bother with that. So that was that. I then fuck off, leave him. He's messaging me. He messaged me about 15 times going, oh, we had an agreement, blah, 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 blah. Oh, you're not going to be happy. Oh, all this shit. So I left that. And then he then starts posting loads of like hate about RaddTitan and saying the usual fucking go-to stuff that people say. RaddTitan gets everything's free. RaddTitan bought out by XM.
Like a wish.
Dani Lim paid for Alex to go to Singapore in 2016. XM paid for them in 2017.
Stop speaking for a minute, right? So basically what happened, right, is that a post come up on RaddTitan, which was actually Dani Hinze physically threatening somebody's life. Am I correct in that? That you haven't stated this?
No, that was I was going to get to that.
Yeah,
that was actually,
I think there was threats put out on someone.
Was
physical, there was violence, threatening violence behaviour. They're going to send some people around, fucking do this and do that. Even all the large, I know drug dealers, I'm African, because I'm African, I'm dangerous, all this bollocks. And then because that all came up, and he basically asked us to remove that to protect him, basically, and bribe us in the process. We'll throw you a couple of statues I'm getting if you pull this down, because my name's getting damaged. In which case you told him to fuck off, right?
Sorry, I was going to get to that point, but I thought that was in the thread, or was that actually on the main post?
That was there, yeah. The violent threats were there. I know these people, even naming them.
Okay, all right.
Dude, if you know people, you don't name them. What are you, fucking 5 years old?
Sorry, yeah. So the original post was threats he'd sent to Andrew Ho, and basically said all these Zimbabwean drug dealers are going to come and kill you. And then, sorry, I thought that was in the thread. I was going to get onto that part, but it was in the main post. Sorry.
The point was, the reason, not only was it the way it was asked and the bribery, and I'm going to give you, I'm going to give you prototypes of these 2 licenses I've got if you pull it off, and if you don't, I'm not going to work with you, and all this rubbish. Listen, you can't. Integrity is integrity. You see, people seem to think this is the problem. If you believe, right, if you actually believe that RaddTitan gets everything for free and that you can buy people with statues, this is the mentality you have. So you start off, we don't want you. I don't want you fucking. I don't collect SNK. I don't collect any of that. I don't want any of that shit. And even if I did want it, I still wouldn't protect any person that did that type of shit, that went out on Messenger and threatened another man and his family with other people. And you know what the funny thing about this is? Everybody in the community knows that me and Mr. Ho, we've had our differences, and me and him have had arguments, man to man online. We've had arguments. We were going to see each other. We're going to have a serious conversation. But when I saw what happened, I was disgusted with that. I was absolutely disgusted. And I thought to myself, no one fucking deserves that type of shit. He wants to get into the hobby. He's got some issues with this paying group. He's got some issues he's being overlooked or something like that. And you guys going after him, going up, threatening him with other people. I would never allow you to pull that off there. If you pulled that off there, if you even thought about pulling that off there, me and you would have a big fallout. Because, but thankfully it didn't even come to that, because you said exactly what you needed to say, which was, don't try and bribe us. Don't try and fucking give us ultimatums. Don't tell us how to run our page. You fucked up. You need to answer. What I thought would have been smarter, though, is why didn't he just come on the page and just explain his actions and have it done like that?
Yeah.
What? No, he was a member of that group. He was able to answer his own questions. He could have come out there and maybe explained. Maybe he could have said, look, it's a heat of the moment. I got really angry, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it wouldn't have been forgivable, but it would have been much less damaging than what actually ended up happening.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Well, the reason why I didn't mention that is because I thought that was within the thread, because the thread then, it had all these messages about the threats, and then what happened was other people started to come out, not as gay. They started to come out with the threats to say, here's a screenshot. He threatened me. He said this to me. I'm going down RaddTitan. Someone has honest Johnny, you can fuck off. I'm gonna block Johnny Wolf. Yeah, he's getting blocked. I'm scrolling down. I'm trying to find this actual thread, and I just see come across a picture of fucking. This is George Williams after his 4-hour gym session, and tagged fucking Brock Lesnar to it.
Yeah, he stays. That dude stays for life. He's a member for life. The thing is, look.
No. So went down the thread, and basically then it was other people saying, this is what he said to me. Here's a screenshot, and this is this one. And then it kind of snowballed from
just like Bill Cosby, just like Harvey Weinstein. Second, one brave man stands up and says "fuck this" and posts everything publicly. Everybody jumps out and goes, he's not alone. This happened to me. This happened to me. And it just, it got really bad. It got really bad, a lot worse than I actually anticipated. I couldn't believe, to be honest. I really couldn't. I was shocked. Yeah. I met him in Singapore last year in 2017, and he was like a 4'5" little guy, and he was like very gently spoken, and it was very strange. I just, I don't know what happened, but someone fucking lost it, man. Lost it badly. You need a bit of fucking counselling or something, because that went really badly.
So what I did was there were several posts going on, and I'm still trying to find the one, because what I did was I closed all the posts off to kind of make sure that there we go. There's that one. I closed all the posts off just to make sure that there was, something that was manageable. So I closed 4 posts, and I put it all in one place. How do you share a post? I'm just trying to find how you share this post.
Yeah.
So basically, So I then collated it, and I basically bullet pointed it. It's all on RaddTitan. So if you search, probably if you type in Dani Hinze, it will come up. I put the link actually on the chat for my one, but I don't know how to do it for the other one. I'm just trying to work it out. But
but one. Basically,
sorry, I responded to, because Dani Hinze then went fucking bolo, and he just posted in Polystones. He put up loads of posts. He put up in his video game group, put up everywhere, and it was just the usual crap with no actual proof. And then what he did as well, which was stupid, because what he was doing then as well was he was saying here's here's Alex asking to be put into my custom group. And then what he did was he said he put a post up, which had nothing to do with the fact that, you know, there was a conversation we had, which was here you go. Sorry, go through it. Basically, the conversation we had, because if Danny's saying that we're bought out and we do whatever and we do this, I have like screenshots which I put up where he offered me a Civil War diorama and he offered me a Magneto diorama for us to review. And he even says on there, actually, you can do what you want with it. You don't have to review it. You can do what you want. It said how much, and he said, "I'll just give me the shipping because the guy's paid his deposit, whatever." So I bought the Civil War diorama, and then he offered me the Magneto, which actually sells for like $1,000, $1,200, and I told him to keep it because I didn't like the look of it. So, you know, I could have got something for $200 and sold it for fucking whatever if I was that, you know, way inclined. But yeah, he went bolo on all these groups and basically said, "Oh, we were bullying him for product and we were doing this." Where again, the screenshots show him out of the blue saying to me, "Hey, buddy, do you want to review my diorama? Hey, buddy, do you want my Magneto? Hey, how's it going? Whatever." And then there's me going, "Which one? You know, which Magneto do you even have?" And he said, "Oh, it's the blue version." And I said, "Oh, what's that, fucking Player 7 or something?" Because he does all these fucking variants. But yeah, I turned it down. I turned it down and called it Sumo Mags. But anyway,
you listen. You show me another person. You show me another person offered that Magneto for shipping. Turn it down, and I'll make him an admin on my fucking page, and I'll take a break.
All right. Anyway, so if we go through the post, so this post is actually quite long. I mean, I can show it. Actually, I can screen share, but no, I don't.
Don't spend too much time on this fucking idiot.
Well, no, I mean, we're not spending too much time. It's 9:45 now, so we're not doing too much. So if we go to Facebook, so this is the post I put up. This is actually this is the first post. This is Dave put up. So these are the ones where he's like charging, and then these. So he's asking about the charging, all that shit, and then this is him threatening Andrew Ho. You can pause it if you want to read it.
There's a lot.
Yeah, there's all that crap, and then so this basically went on. That's the first one that went on for a long time, and then basically that was my retaliation. So my retaliation, I had to put this on the top because people were getting a bit carried away with the Zimbabwe posts, and you know we didn't really want them there. So what I'll do is this is to pull the post together. Again, you can pause this if you want to read it all. Several claim screenshots, blah 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 blah. And then if I just go down to the bullet points, which is Danny Lim paid for me, Alex, to go to Singapore in 2016. These are the places I went to, and actually what I did was which I don't even need to do, but these are all my fucking bank statements for what I paid for. And yeah,
so sad that you had to do that. It's so easy to spread a lie and make out loads of allegations on loads of pages, and then you have to sit through and go through your bank stuff to prove differently.
Yeah, and then that was 2017. There's me, him coming to me randomly out of the blue. Hey, do you want to review my diorama? So that's me bullying.
You want that done.
That's me asking. I only have 9 left. Blah blah blah. What's the shipping? And I'm not even rushing into it. I'm in the gym. Let me have a look at my PayPal when I get to my room. Not even rushed. Yeah. They offered me Magneto, and then again, got any more picks? I said I'll ask Gio. I have some cash.
I told you that Magneto looks shit.
Yeah.
So I have no interest in it at all.
And then I paid for the shipping. And then he tries to palm off Magneto again to me. And I said, I don't know. I said, I'm not going to lie for the picture. I'm not sold. And he says, oh, you're not buying it. And I said, I know. I did not buy it, but I do not want it in and hate it, especially if you're doing me a favor to get one. So, yeah, all that shit. And then about that's the one as well. That's quite funny. This is where I always said about him being a really sleazy, like acting like a sleazy car salesman, and
Yeah.
that's me just saying that you know I do commend him for his business stuff, but you know you know if I'm going to say that I think he's like a sleazy car salesman, I tell him
Yeah,
myself.
because
So
I mean, on the group, once you refuse to remove that threatening, all the proof of threatening post, when you refuse to shut it down, then he just went on an absolute attack.
yeah,
And then obviously when he was removed by Santino, he went on an absolutely massive attack on him.
right, Santino, yeah,
And yeah, and then when HMO put up a statement saying whatever they said, he went on a massive attack with them. And then he
yeah.
was on XM, and basically anybody that says anything or that doesn't sort of back him in any way, he's just absolutely annihilated, like gone for. But to the point
Mm.
where you know the funny thing is, what my favorite part was, right? Was he did all these things where it's all factual, like no, you know, this is this, and Alex got free tickets, and Danny Lim paid, and Alex goes, oh no, actually this is my account where I paid, and it's like okay, oh well XM paid, all right, well this is the account where I paid, and then it was like all right, well they harassed me and bullied me for my Magneto, oh no, here it is where you're offering it to us out of the blue from nowhere. And then, do you know what? When all the proof was said and done, he turned around and went, "Yeah, well, Gio's ugly and Alex looks stoned." That was the next.
That was a funny,
Like,
the funny. Do you know what he said? Is
what hurt my feelings the most was that he thinks better looking than me. That genuinely hurt my feelings so badly. I can't tell you.
well, the thing that was quite funny was he called you Gypsy Thanos,
Oh, I love
and
that. That's fine. That's dated.
yeah, he said to me I look stoned. But the funny side of that is, well, I actually worked for the police for the last 13 years. I gave it up recently, and the funny thing about that is I was like.
Money, innit?
I was
They live off
pissed. Yeah,
daddy's
I live
money.
on Danny's, but I was pissed.
Your mechanic father's money worked his
Yeah,
ass off. That guy.
yeah, that
He
guy.
flies all around the world, does he? Fuck
He
off.
does. He's a good guy, man. He's a good guy. But
Yeah, he wouldn't listen. Your dad would not lend you 50p for the bus. I was there. I grew up with you. You were walking, bitch.
yeah. But the funny thing was, yeah, I was going to try to get to before rudely interrupted non-stop. I might have to mute his microphone. Basically, yeah. So yeah, I've been piss tested for the last 13 years, so I haven't been able to do anything like that. So unfortunately, so I guess I'm just a bit slow. So I just go through the bullet points, and then I'm going to leave this because this is bullshit anyway. And it's quite hard. The reason why it is a bit all over the place is because these posts are really sporadic and all over the place themselves, so they're really hard to follow. And I tried to pull them together, and I literally have 314 different screenshots of different messages involving Danny with different people and people commenting on posts and things. So it's fucking crazy. Anyway, so the bullet points are, yeah. So number one was Danny Lin paid for me to go to Singapore. So then I posted all of the bank statements. RaddTitan aggressively approached companies to get free statues. The funny thing about that is every time we've had any arrangement with any companies to do reviews or to do whatever we've done, every company has approached us. And the funny thing about that is every company who has approached us, you know, we don't blanketly agree to anything. We'll say to people, show me what you are offering to send. And, you know, and we want you to know that if it's not very good, we are going to say it's not very good. And there are people who will say, I'm not sending it then. And there's been several companies and several custom artists who we've told we don't like what they're showing and they haven't sent it. So, you know, so everything I can, I can back up everything that, that's come to us where
listen,
a company's gone, no, I'm not.
Into us defending ourselves because do you know what? I feel genuinely sad that you had to sit there and that you had to do that. I genuinely, and it's lucky that you do that because I really don't give a squirt of piss for these accusations. I wouldn't waste my fucking time. And I actually, in fairness, I'm really bad at keeping shit like that. So I wouldn't have any of that. I would be like, yeah, I'd have to like go into my bank and be like, yeah, pull up files from 2016 because I would never have any of that to hand. It's just really sad. But it's much easier in this community to spread lies than it is to go through all your facts and to go through all the stuff
Yeah.
and actually put things into perspective and put it in the right frame, which I think is really sad. I think you should be really careful. You know, you shouldn't be out there doing this sort of stuff if you can't back it. If you got nothing, if you show me asking you for shit, because you know the only person at the moment who could do that right now is my boy Sang from Sang Ang from XM, because I harassed him for the 150 show for a giveaway. I want a statue from XM that I can give with 2 t-shirts that I can give away for the 150th show, and that is to the community. That is to to all our people.
Yeah.
That's got nothing to do with anything to do with it coming to me. And you'll see if we're ever aggressively pursuing any pieces, there'll always be the pieces that we give away in the shows.
Well, the thing is the only time that I've gone actively seeking anything is when we did our 100th show, and we did the sort of biggest giveaway that this sort of community seen, where we gave away like I don't know, we gave away 4 statues, we gave away 3 hot toys, and we gave away loads of t-shirts. So you know, and so look at any other group who's done that, but that's the only time where I went out and actually actively approached them. Anyway, the next one is so even the aggressive thing was, he was implying as well that I aggressively approached him for his Captain America and his Magneto, which I've just shown the screenshots of that. But anyway, his next part was he kept on posting screenshots that were way out of context. So he was doing ones where I'm begging him to go in his group, and he put something totally different up. Again, I put all the screenshots in the threads.
So you wanted to go into the group, even if that was true, and you wanted. I don't even know, because I'm not in any of his.
No. It's well, no. What happened was when he said to me, I did actually. I mean, well, what happened was he said to me, but the thing is he posted something totally different, and there was again like all of these screenshots that he posted to say what they were out of context. But anyway, but he said to me, I'm going to send you the Marvel vs. Capcom, I'm going to send you the Magneto. And I said to him, what else are you working on? You know, how can you add me to this group so I can actually see what you're working on? And then he said no. So I was like, well, how can you expect me to know what to expect if I'm not in the group? And he was like, well, no, you can't be in there. And I was like, fair enough. I said, and my response to him then was, well, I know quite a lot of people in your group, so everything's sent to me anyway. So I just wanted to see whether you would actually add me. And that was it. Anyway, so
to know what, it's really sad, because I really think to send threats to somebody and then to be exposed like that, and then to call in for any type of help, like someone to pull it off. I mean, look, let's have it.
We'll just do my bullet points, and we'll do that with your bits at the end. Sorry.
Right, you keep
I just wanted to. No. So then the next one was Gio spends 4 hours in the gym, which he went on about quite a bit. The funny thing about this was this is the thing that Gio had really mixed feelings about, because he was like, okay, well, it's a compliment for someone to say I look like I spend 4 hours in the gym, but I do think being a personal trainer, or being qualified in that I would be in a lot better condition if I actually done 4 hours a day. The next one was Alex flies around the world with my dad's money. I can tell you where that conversation comes from. The conversation where that come from is we had a conversation about he started saying about he grew up in a rough area in London, which he didn't. His dad was a pilot and he was quite rich. I said to him, I grew up in Burnt Oak, and we were on a council estate. It was a nasty area, and basically my dad worked his ass off and managed to upgrade us and move us to a nicer area. That was the conversation. So you can take for that what he wants. Next one was about he made claims that we were putting up racist posts about Zimbabwe and playing that. He was offended because he's from Zimbabwe, even though in one of his posts he's saying, "Look at these 2 little white boys and whatever." But there's no.
I am definitely a white boy. I can't hide from that fact, unfortunately.
But then there's nowhere where George and I were actually doing that, because there were people in the groups that were posting that, but we strictly communicated with our mods. We have mods from all around the world, so they can attack all the different time zones. We said to them, if anyone posts about the Zimbabwe thing, that comes down straight away and PM the person and just let them know why. So we, we're very against that from the start, and there's nothing where we've even done that. Again, I'm just going to say
wait a minute. What's more dangerous? He basically attacked his own things himself.
Yeah.
I'm African, so I'm naturally dangerous. Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? It's like, so what? All Africans are dangerous then? Is that what you're saying?
So basically, I mean, I'm sorry if this has got all over the place and whatever else, but it's basically just like something that was drama. We're just trying to conclude it. But again, if anyone has any questions about it, they can ask us. I mean, we are quite happy to answer anything if people think a certain way. But I just wanted to address it a little bit. But I think we spent way too much time. But the point about it as well was, he threatened people's lives. He's gone way overboard, and in all honesty, I'm pretty sure the guy, I don't know, I think he skipped some pills or something, because he's lost something. He went over the edge with it, and he basically had quite a good thing going on. He had a good following, and then he just decided to fuck everyone over. I don't know where it came from, but
my problem anyway. My problem is the lack of integrity. You know what I mean? Saying to remove the post, and I'll give you a couple of statues if you get onto that. That's just that. What upsets me about that more is they believe that would work. Think about it in a logical way, right? We could have easily removed that post, and we could have easily said it's going to cause drama, it's going to cause issues. We don't want everyone fighting in our group. We just want a peaceful group, and got a couple of statues out of it, and had a good relationship, and fucking been in his pocket. But the brutal truth is that what happened was wrong. And I'm not going. We can't protect you from yourself. If you're gonna go off and you're gonna do stupid shit like that, you have to answer for it. And that's what should have happened. You should just come on the page and try to explain what happened, and left it there. That's what should have happened. That's how men behave. They would have just come on and gone, you know what? Let me explain these messages. Let me try to explain why I threatened a man and his family with 3 other guys that I apparently know, because I know drug dealers all over the place, and I know this and I know that. It was so fucking wrong on so many levels. You're going to threaten another man, do it from yourself. Do it from yourself. Say, look, I'll come and I'll fucking sort it, and we'll have a chat. Do it like that. Otherwise, just stay quiet. If you can't handle your own business, just stay quiet. Because there's no, you don't look good doing it. And to be honest with you, now you've made physical threats, violence. You've named these people. That's now gone off to the police. That's now gone off to Interpol. I mean, these poor guys who are probably real people, could be real people, and they're going to fucking end up getting fucking, do you know what I mean? Now they're going to start being watched because of these type of messages. I mean, can you imagine that if that was you? Like sitting there watching fucking, you're watching CBBS in your pajamas with your children or whatever, and all of a sudden the police come knocking at your door. I mean, come on, man. Don't name people. Don't threaten people online, and don't expect RaddTitan to save you if you do something stupid and that's leaked on our page, because we can't.
There's a few people asking a few questions, and I mean, you're correct. Andrew Ho did, he did the right thing, and he reported it all to Facebook, and he actually did. He reported it to the Australian police, and he actually filed police reports in the UK. With all of the screenshots for him with the death threats. And in the UK at the moment, cyberbullying, because that's what it is, cyberbullying is taken actually very seriously. So, but there are also other things going on behind the scenes. There are a lot of things where I can't even, stuff will come to light. I can't go into it, but there is some very serious claims that are going to come up about said individual. So
it's worse. It's even worse than it sounds now.
It's I mean, it's even the death threats and whatever else. That they're some people could say, well, okay, people say that and do that, and it doesn't mean it's going to happen. But when you start saying this person is going to do that and that person's going to do all this to you, and it kind of is a bit different. So I mean that's quite serious, but there are actual more serious things that we can't go into at the moment because we don't want to affect any legal proceedings that are going to follow. So yeah.
I'm going to just say, if you're watching Danny, that ugly, you're thinking you're better looking than me, really hurt my feelings. Genuinely hurt my feelings.
Did he say? I didn't read that though. You sent me the screenshot. He said
he's not the best looking guy, but he's more attractive than me. I've got to say that kept me awake.
I think you read between the lines a bit too much on that one. Jesus, I don't think he said that. Did he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, but it's all right. Oh, and we shouldn't say on site. We shouldn't tell people where the pieces come from. Apparently, that's information that people don't need. So saying it's how many there are, all of that is really like bad reviewing technique. So not having any information on said piece is useless too.
Apparently, I've just been sent another screenshot where he's been trying to palm that Magneto off to a lot of people, and someone else.
I'm not surprised because it looks like shit. That's why.
Your best friend actually has just sent a screenshot to someone to send to me, and someone says you can have a free Magneto by Sosa, just pay the shipping, and they responded back saying, "I'll pass, but thanks, shipping is expensive as fuck."
Who's that? He's an admin. Who's that going to be? We're going to make him an admin on our page. Who is that?
I bet you're not. you can't say things like that, you peanut. Because now
I knew it was when you said my best friend. But fair play. I'm not going to give it fair play.
It was Paulick, and basically, but the funny thing is you can't see the comments, right? You can't see the comments. And before I saw that, before I saw that, I did scroll through the messages, and he is talking on here somewhere, and he does say, "Am I a mod? Am I an admin now?" Sorry, there's a lot of comments in here, so I can't. I've been trying to scroll through these and trying to go through.
Honestly, it's so long. It's already so long onto this chat as it should be. We really wanted to just go through bullet points, and I was stupid to allow Alex to say to me, "Let me just do it," because he fucking can't stick to a subject at all.
Sorry, Get to the Chopper is responding to your comment, which you said quite quietly. I didn't really think anyone picked up on it, but he says, "Breakfast of champions, coffee and a blowjob." Someone's saying, "Oh, Alex, can you get your dad to pay for my Virgin Galactic flight?" Yeah, people are saying they're running out of popcorn. So
do you know what? On a genuinely serious note, it's just incredibly sad because I've never seen somebody just like literally lose a half decent reputation so fast in so many places. It's sad.
I mean,
when I met this guy and I stood in front of him and I shook his hand and I interviewed him at HMO, and I don't speak to him outside of that. I never really have anything to do with him. And
we didn't interview him, did we?
Yeah, I think we did like a tour and he was part of it, and we started talking in it.
No,
I'm sure.
I think we may have done. Did we do the first part with him? No,
I'm sure that he had part of it. Yeah, I mean, but I got a completely different vibe, man. And to be honest with you, when I saw them screenshots, I was really, really shocked. And Ho can handle himself, I'm sure, but at the same time, I just thought to myself, wow, fuck. And I was glad, and I've got to say this, and I'm going to say this here right now. I was proud of you. I was really proud that you not only did you just basically say fuck you. I know you can be like that sometimes because I've made demands of you before and got fuck you before, but I know you can be like that. I was proud that you didn't come to me and ask me and say, "What do you think?" or "What do you think about this post?" You just basically like, "Yeah, fuck off." I was happy with that. And then when you put that post up with all the evidence, I genuinely felt sad that you had to do that, that you felt like you had to do that. I know that people make things like that, jealous accusations, but you happen to prove differently. I think it was sad. I'm sorry that you had to go through that.
One of the, I started off kind of typing something out, and then I was doing it between, like my nephews were here, and they were playing that Fortnite game, which they fuckers have made me play it now, and I've started playing it. But sorry,
they have Thanos when they were doing it.
No, he's not on it anymore. Apparently, it was like a
Yeah, I
limited
watched
thing.
videos. That look fucking awesome.
Yeah, no, it's actually not a bad game. It's a free game and it's actually pretty good. But anyway, and they were playing that, so I'm typing something out and I'm doing this and that, and then I thought to myself, this fucking um, XM and fucking IA paying for the Singapore trips. This fucking thing comes up every fucking. It's like a default argument when anything goes on. It's like RaddTitan get paid for, RaddTitan this, RaddTitan, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna fucking find the bank statements. I'm gonna just fucking picture it. The thing is I'm actually. You may not believe it, but I'm actually pretty organized. I mean, like every single um, every single invoice for tax I have is in this. See all that? That's all fucking like invoices for statues. For
Yeah.
like that's like every time I paid for a statue and received shipping, you don't get the shipping note on the side of the boxes, and then you get the tax bill. That's I keep them all in one place, so I know where all of that is when someone questions it. And then I had all of my when I go on holiday, it's like it's a nostalgic thing as well. I keep all of the printouts for when I go on holiday. I just put them in a pile and I keep them. So when someone said that, I just pulled it out and I'm like, okay, who did I have my flight with? Okay, that's that one, that's that one, bang, and then I went and found the thing. So it wasn't that bad, but I just thought it was.
Now they're taking me 2 weeks to sort out.
Well, and it was just something that that's a default argument is RaddTitan were paid for to go here, RaddTitan were paid for to go there, and I just thought I'm going to fucking shut this down, and I put it on that post. Sorry to get Red. I got Redder involved in there because I had like screenshots of messages between Redder and I because
you shared a room, didn't you?
Yeah, because we shared a room. It kind of said the name. It said the name of the hotel, and then it said like where I snored, and Redder said he was going to kill me several times.
So sorry for you, bro. I've been there. I've been poked that fucker out.
Let me just go through the messages quickly, and then we'll go on to the photos. And
Yeah.
Scrap this. So we have Jacob. He's asking where the Red Hulk case is from. So that's immortalized displays. So that's James Pamplin. It's within the.
Actually.
He is in our group. It's within the UK. So if you're not in the UK, it won't happen really because I don't think they'd ship very well at all.
They're safety glass, so that's no good. You would, I mean, he does make all sorts of cubes and things, but really you got to be UK based to be getting hold of them, man.
All right. So got support from a lot of people. So yeah, so the odd couple. He's saying if people had any idea how much covering this hobby cost, they would find this claims laughable. Don't worry, boys. Everyone knows the truth. Sharp Serious is doing his usual trolling.
Wait, Sharp Serious is watching us. Why isn't he with Gem Mint? Should be with Gem Mint, shouldn't he?
Well, he said something about he says I might go off and watch Gem Mint now.
Yeah, he knows why. He started. I caught him. I caught him bigging up our boy Stephen, basically saying, how well he was doing with subs, and then going, yeah, and all this stuff. And I was just like, wow, okay. He just basically threw us under the bus. I was like, cool, man.
Don't worry. We got. I don't like saying his real name because it's like a racist term in our country. But I'm going to Thor Gunderson. His real name is Packy Smith, but that's like in our country, that's like a racist. If you call someone a Paki, it's not good.
Okay, yeah. What do you mean, as in Pakistani?
Yeah, but it's like it's taken as a racist thing in our country, isn't it? So I'm just going to call him Thor Gunderson. So Thor Gunderson, don't sweat it, Geo. I showed the girl at work I work with, and she thinks you're smoking, my brother.
Thank you, man. That makes me feel good about my standard 90-minute gym session. Maybe I need to up it to 4 hours and live up to the hype.
Gio, your arms are big enough. Put down the weights already and start the damn show. Shab Serious. This is the drama. This is the drama section. Then we have Gotch 007 saying, "Why are we talking about statues when there's a royal wedding?"
Good point. Very good.
People Kingdom. Thanks for the shout out.
Is he one of the assassins, Gotch?
Yeah.
Is he one of them? Are you a sleeper assassin, Gotch? Are you?
Well, he's the guy who's in the what do they call it? The holes.
He's a scorpion.
It's
It's a sand scorpion. Shit.
Collectible Kingdom says thanks for the James Pamplin shout out, guys. I put in an order for the former modern age. Oh, good.
Good for you, man.
So much hate. Yeah. All this drama in the world.
Technically speaking, that's not true. Because the funny thing is when this shit happened and all it went, what we've got now 250, 300 requests for our page that are now on hold for a while. You know, and the amount of, I have to say this, the amount of PMs and messages that we got from everybody just saying, you know what, we know what you do and how much effort you put in, how much time, your own personal time, all of that. I have to say massive love to every single person that pinged me a message. And there's a lot of people, probably got about 25, 30 messages this week just from PM saying, you know, and I have to like say to them, dude, like, honestly, don't worry, you know, about me being upset or bothered by these things. Because, you know, me and Alex, this is the most important thing to remember. We are not statue friends. Me and Alex, we grew up together. We've known each other since we were 4 or 5 years old. We will be here. We will be together no matter what happens. This channel and this page and everything else will not be affected by third-party people. It can't be, because we are well beyond this. People can come in and get involved and try and tear us, try and hurt us, try and damage us, but you don't seem to understand. It's like Alex is like my brother that I chose. There's no one in this world that's going to get in between us, and there's no one in this world that's going to affect the RaddTitan, because it's the one thing that me and Alex have that we actually made like ourselves from a passion that we have. So, you know, it's very personal. The only people that can stop it is Alex or me. One person walks away, it's over. That's how it will work. Other than that, it's never going to happen. So thanks for all your support, your messages, and your kind regards, and your posts as well, and jumping in. And thanks for every person that was brave enough to share on that post and share their experience. And I'm really sorry that you had to go through that from a fellow collector and, you know, a commissioner who should know better. So thank you very much. Genuinely, thank you.
Thank you. I've got a tear in my eye. And I just want to add to that when George says that no one can ever come between us, I beg to differ, because his wife did.
Yeah. That spiced up the old bedroom antics, didn't it, eh?
Yeah. I'm not even going to say what I said the other day about her. Not allowed to say that yet, am I? But you tell her that's the worst part about it. You won't fucking. I say an insult to his wife, and then he goes and runs away and grasses me up straight away.
I've got to do that, man. She feeds me, man. She feeds me.
Yeah, well, when we were kids, the funny thing is the first thing George did when he came to my house was open the fridge and start eating my food.
Mate, if you think, look, when me and Alex grew up, man, Jesus, your house was like a sanctuary to me. You know, go in there and check the food and just be like, oh, I'm going to eat tonight. That's good.
We got Pravin Fanbrek. He's saying, what do your wives have to say about all this, convo? So I'm assuming the conversation. I'm not married yet. My long-term girlfriend, living girlfriend for over 8 years, who keeps on asking me about marriage, but that's another story. And so does George, and now her sister's getting married after a year and whatever else. But
when you're trying to get the sister, you like the sister, didn't you?
No, I just said her sister looks like a younger version of her, but that's not again
like the best.
Yeah, but the thing was, sorry, you've totally thrown me off what I was saying now, because what happened was it's one of the first times I met her sister. We were at the parents' house in Sweden, and her sister, I'm sitting in the kitchen eating my breakfast, and then her sister is in the lounge, like right, like, do you know when you can kind of in a room and there's a door, and then there's like another room with a door, and you could just see like the doors are kind of like one's there and then one's there, but you can just see that little gap like in between there. And all I can see is her sister doing yoga and bending over. So I'm like eating my sandwich, and I'm like I shouldn't be looking. But anyway, that's something else. Sorry, that wasn't the question. God damn it! The question was, what do our wives think about this? My my girlfriend, she doesn't get it. She's really like, what the fuck is all this drama about fucking statues? How do people get so, how is there so much hate, and how is there this and that? And I said, well, when you have a group of men collecting toys, that's kind of what they are. Sorry, but collecting or collecting, or even like when you have a group of men. Sorry, I'll take it back. When you have a group of men collecting things that are nostalgic to remind them of their childhood, then why do you not think they're going to be a bit childish about certain things?
Listen, I look at it as this way. I look at it different. I look at it as in there's always a savvy business person who will take advantage of a stupid person's passion. If you don't think about things and keep your integrity, no matter what, you never sell out, ever. You never, ever, ever sell out. Someone throws a statue at you to let things go or to cover them or to do something, you should tell them to go fuck themselves, because nothing is worth that. Nothing is worth it. And I honestly think that there is plenty of savvy business people in our community who are cashing in big time on the passions and nostalgia of the collector. And it's about knowing that is happening, and knowing the difference between someone who is a sheep in wolf in sheep's clothing, pretending that they're one of us, pretending that they care like we do, but really they're asking you for money and they got their hand out. That's when you should be paying attention.
I just want to say, because
my wife laughed anyway. My wife laughs. I mean, I had to show her. I had to be like, this guy thinks he's better looking than me and all this. So
that's the thing you keep on going on about. I just want to say,
I don't care about the rest. I don't care about any of the rest. I do not care about the flying on daddy's money and that we're in bed with everybody and everything's free. I don't care about anything. I care genuinely about the 4-hour gym sessions and the fact that I got called ugly. That hurt my feelings genuinely. I do very well with women, so maybe that's why I'm going wrong. Well, maybe if I were with him, I have to change some things.
I'm meant to be like retarded or stoned, so I don't know.
Yeah, but that's close.
Well, thanks.
I'm actually quite handsome, I think.
Yeah. Anyway, I just want to say sorry to Jamie Berman, because she says, yeah, and there's females here too, because I said about men acting like children.
Yeah,
basically, the funny thing is, the reason why I didn't say women is because all the females are well behaved. So there's no
you don't see it,
never any women kicking off a fuss in the hobby that I see, unless there are on the forums. I don't know. But
that's why when we went over and we were in Singapore in 2017, like when we were there September last year, Rebecca and Hot Red, they were just a gift. They were a gift from God.
Hot Red.
They really were. Both of them, because they're so level and sane and, on point. It was a gift to be with them. It really was. Women, they make the hobby great, I'll tell you
that. Why is this screen frozen? There we go. So yeah, let me know if there are any female dramas, but there never are in the hobby, are they?
Not in our world, no.
To find out. I'm meant to be if I end up going to Japan, then going to meet up with Rebecca again.
Good. Give her a big kiss.
And Nicholas as well, and yeah, they're going to meet up with them all. Where are we? So sorry, yeah. So sorry about all the drama. Sorry about dragging it all out, and sorry about bringing it up and whatever else. And what we do now is we'll go on to the actual news.
Yeah, we don't like name dropping on this show, but times are about to change, man. If people are going to start coming for us publicly, man, we're going to fucking bury you. So just if that's what you want to play, then that's what's going to happen. Better you just go back to the old way where you sort of you have a little dig and be vague about who you're talking about. Because if you start coming, then that's fine. Then we'll have to fire back, because we've been too nice for too long, and I'm getting fed up with playing house bitch.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that. So yeah, we settled for coffee and brownies last time. Wallace says.
Yeah.
we didn't even argue. We spoke about it over over coffee and brownies. That's how it's done.
That's
You
exactly.
know. All right, what we do? Sorry again for dragging this on and on. I keep saying sorry, but I did actually go. I didn't put these in the comments, but I did actually go to a comic shop today. I went to Mega City Comics, which is in Camden Town, and that's the comic shop that George and I used to go to when we were growing up. We used to make our way into Camden Town, go down there. It's still pretty much the
check out the market, innit? Go to the market.
Yeah. Oh, well, Colson had an interview down there, so went to the
Sweet.
interview, and
How'd it go?
she said she don't know. I mean, she said it went okay, and the guy who was interviewing her said that she asked a load of questions over the phone that she was impressed with, and whatever else. So, but they said they still have to interview a few other people, but. Yeah, so I went into Mega City Comics and I picked up some of those True Believer comics. So the old stories which they re-released as like dollar comics.
Nice.
So I bought a couple of those just because I have I think 4 of them, and I they're either CGC or they're comics that you don't want to open. So I just thought to myself, I'm going to buy them just so I can actually read them. So it was.
Shit, man.
The New Mutants, so first edition of Cable, which I actually just got a CGC copy of because oh yeah, RaddTitan getting free shit. So yeah, sorry. My boy
I just
Kevin
got sent a
Delana.
picture of the next coin that Two-Face is sending me, man. It's fucking shit. Honestly,
Yeah,
it's an Infinity War coin.
Oh wow. So I don't feel so bad about the comics now.
See, look again. That actually is a gift. So if you want to screenshot that and then put that in a post, that's what you can do.
Well, no, yeah. So my Kevin, we've been talking for like 4.5 years, and he sent me a bunch of comics. He had a massive clear out and said, "Look, here's a box of comics. I'll send it off to you." And one of them was, the first appearance of Cable, a couple of first appearance of Bishop, first appearance of Radd.
New Mutants in there.
Yeah, not for you.
Oh shit!
I told you he sent me the CGC one, so he sent me a 9 CGC.
No, what was it? Was it rated?
Yeah, it's in the case CGC.
Not what rating?
9.
You motherfucker!
So yeah, I think he even said, "You see, Geo gets his coins, and you can have some comics." That was his comment.
I'm
Anyway, so I got those, and then I got the True Believer one. So it was the New Mutants one. It was Iron Man 55, which is the first Thanos. I don't have that.
Yeah.
Then it was the Lethal Protector, which I have. I have that CGC. I've got that 9.8. I think I gave you a 9.8 of that, and you cracked it open. Then there was
a cracked case, wasn't it?
Oh,
it was a cracked case, and then I wanted to put it in my display, and it didn't fit, so I had to rip it out there.
And then there's a Web of Spider-Man #1, and the 3 comics, which I think was Amazing Spider-Man number 360 with Carnage as well. So I got a few of them. They're again, I quite like them. They're pound, so you can't really go wrong for a pound. All right. Anyway, that's enough dilly-dallying and fucking around on this show. All right, so what we'll do is I'm going to share that screen.
We can finally get onto some business, can we?
I'm going to do a different one. Yay, there's the infinite screen. So what I'm going to do is, if I drag this across, can you see Mysterio?
I can indeed, sir.
I don't know if I want to do it that way. Sorry. I have to do it that way now, so I can't see you.
You don't need to see me. I'm not doing anything.
I want to make sure that. Okay, I can't see you. All right. So basically, the news came out that Jake Gyllenhaal turned down Batman, and now he's going to be Mysterio. So maybe you'll be able to sell your Mysterio now.
Well, yeah, I said this to Gary. It's if I pull it off now and wait until this movie sort of comes and starts being shown, it's the same thing what's going on at the minute. You know what I mean? As soon as like Deadpool comes out and stuff like that, things get busy, and yeah, it's what happens. And it will be the same with this. So I'm quite excited about this. I'm quite excited to see. I mean, it looks to me like they're doing sort of the classics, isn't they? You know, with the Homecoming and shit. They did the Vulture. Now it'd be Mysterio, and I think probably Electro, and that could be next. So really excited, and I like Gyllenhaal. So looking forward to see how he does.
Well, I mean, I someone told me this confirmed. Spanish Heart. Someone said this is confirmed, but the thing is even when they said he was Batman, a lot of people were like, "Oh, he's too small to be Batman." I think he is. I think he's 6 foot. But the thing is like if you ever see Southpaw, he can pile on the muscle. I tell you, Southpaw, he is ripped as shit in Southpaw. Jesus,
that film shit.
I liked it.
Fucking shit.
I liked Southpaw. I liked it.
You don't look how quickly he loses all his money is just embarrassing. He's like the best pound for pound. He's like Mayweather, and then he had something bad happens, and then all of a sudden he's got no money. All of a sudden, there's no gradual decline. It was just too much. The nosedive was too much for me. Far too much.
Yeah. I mean,
unbelievable.
I liked it anyway. So fuck off. And it was actually really sad as well. But anyway, so that was just that. Are we doing this? So, okay, this is the Alpha 3 Joker. This is based on, I think, Frank Miller art. So this is that.
It's cool.
There you go. Yeah, inspired by the Dark Knight Returns, Frank Miller. So you got that there.
Yeah, that suit, like the way that the suit is cut on him is quite iconic, isn't it? It's kind of like that. It's got that really exaggerated V, which is pretty cool. See, like there. You see what I mean? That's quite cool.
Well, it's kind of like that old, almost like you get that kind of 1920s kind of suit, isn't it? Sort of like that. And then you got the regular face, the laughing face, and then there's the cut up face. And you got the Green Lantern. This is art direction. Huh?
It's got a small bum, isn't he?
Little bum, isn't he? Yeah.
It's a really small bum, man.
Yeah. And this
calf are like bigger than it, like huge. It's like I love the sculpt. I love the exaggerated sculpt. Who's this by? Is this the same?
Is art direction by Bushy Collector. I'm just trying to work out because there's so many custom companies now. I really lose track of all the names. So this one is Master Customs.
Right. Okay.
So Master Customs, and there you go.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, what they should do with a lot of these Green Lanterns is a lot of the Green Lanterns look pretty much the same other than the heads. So they should do the swap outs for the heads. I think someone did. I can't remember if it was Halamar or someone else, but they did do that. They had 3 heads.
I remember that. I think you're right. I think it was Halamar.
You had 3.
And you're 100% right. I mean, the bottom line is that because the suit doesn't show any skin, there's nothing you need to change. You just change the portraits over.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
I like the fist like that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's
it's nice. It's kind of like I think with Green Lantern they always try and do over the top, and I think this is quite a nice museum.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think this would go really well with some of the more classic DC stuff.
Yeah,
very nice. I like it. Really like it. Yeah.
All right. So several. So he's got quite a few poses. There you go. There's his little bum again for you, George.
Yeah, his glutes don't look as bad there because they're kind of hidden in the black.
Oh, there's a lot of people are still complaining already. Spanish Heart said yes, it was Halamar. Cryptic X said yes, Halamar. Someone says he's not meant to be that jacked. Someone says he looks like he should be Sideshow America, Captain America. He should be.
Could be, yeah. That's a good point. Maybe
no glutes.
No, there's no glutes.
A lot of people just saying he's too buff. They made him like Coleman.
He's got that. He's got like a. Yeah, see, that don't look too bad. That don't look too much there. I kind of like that. I got no problem. See, the thing is that with all of these things, it's about how much you love the character versus how much you like the art. See, I don't like I'm not really bothered by the character, so I kind of like the art.
Yeah.
But if you're really big on it, it's like the same with the Carnage comiquette. You know, I love the art and the work, and I'm not really a huge Carnage fan. But if you are a huge Carnage fan, you'd be like, oh, I don't know. So it's just how it goes.
So he is probably juicing, isn't he?
Oh, he's definitely he's on point. He's cycled up.
Oh yeah, look at his leg there. What the fuck?
Angles though, you got to remember, this is far from being anything in person. They're all sort of like renders, aren't they?
Yeah.
This is far away. It's, you know,
yeah.
All angles. Never really. It's the same with the Beast. You know, I mean, Gravin Labs. I mean, did you put that on this show?
Yeah, of course I did. Then you have this is the update for the Venomized Carnage Kills the Marvel Universe again.
Oh, nice.
This is the one we showed the other week, so this is kind of an update of that. So they're kind of working on that. They're hand sculpting this.
It's coming on, isn't it?
Good. I'm not announcing the company yet because I don't think they want to be announced yet. So, and also it's very early days, so they're still working on this. So this is based on that cover, which I did show a couple of weeks ago, but I haven't added it here. But it's probably one of the best Deadpool covers. It's the Venomized version, which George actually has behind him.
It's up with Aaron Ray Perez Deadpool.
Yeah. Then these are now looking at the measurements for the doppelganger that Gem Mint is working on. With Statics X and a few other guys as well. Sorry if I've missed you out.
They did some fantastic work, man.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't.
I think that Hobgoblin, you know, that Bond's doing.
I've got that. Yeah, I've got that on here.
Yeah, I think that's by that Statics as well, and that looks fucking amazing too.
Well, they did the Crow as well.
What do you think about this? As in the size of it? What do you reckon?
I think it's good. I think it's very displayable, and I got this. Sorry, it's Bond. Yeah, sorry. So I got this sent to me during the week, and I was asked about the measurements and what I think, and I said that I think it's very displayable, and I think that's important. Unfortunately, with this is a C-list character. There's not going to be a lot of love for him unless you read the Maximum Carnage or maybe the Secret Wars. And there's going to be few people who probably don't even know who the hell he is, and they're going to think it's when Spider-Man got his 6 arms or became the Man Spider somewhere in the middle. So people they may not even know who he is. But the thing is I read Maximum Carnage and I loved him from that. So I'm a fan.
I think the statue though is going to be again like that. I think it's going to be one that's just going to be really appreciated for how well the art is.
Yeah,
because this is one of them statues that's I can't believe how well they've done with this.
Yeah,
because I really think this. If I could think of a character that was difficult, I can't think of many more difficult than Doppelganger. Can't think of many more. The anatomy is so hard to get right. You know, with all the back muscles and supporting muscles and shoulders and arms, it's very difficult. And I think that this is looking better every time I see it.
Also, I don't think this was on the images before, but they've got the Spider-Man mask there now. That weren't there before, was it?
Not that I remember, but I don't think I've seen as clear a picture as this is.
And also, they've decided that last week we showed this, and can you see my arrow?
Yes, I can.
All right. Last week, from about here, it was like this bottom part. So like the bottom where it's all crumbled, it continued around here, and I think this looks a lot better like that.
Much better. Great
I do like that. Sorry, what I was saying was about the C-list characters, where unless you're really invested in them, you need them to be displayable, because if you have this character and he was 25 inches tall and 25 inches wide and 30 inches deep where he's lunging forward, and people are just going to be, fuck that, I can't display that, and I can't justify having that much room for that character. So it was very smart to make him this displayable.
I like it. Also, it would be a great pairing with things like XM Venom, or even the Spider-Man comiquette. It'll go well because it's lower down.
Apparently, there's going to be a switch out head and hand. Someone's saying.
Oh, nice.
So
great thing about Spider-Man suit in it, where you can put this sort of arms on.
oh, sorry, you talk about. I think they're talking about Hobgoblin now. I'm trying to work out that. I think I'm not sure if they're. There'll be a switch out head and hand. Sorry, you talking about Hobgoblin, or are you talking about this? God damn it! So I'll come back to that. But anyway, so yeah, this is the doppelganger. I'm impressed with this. This was actually one of the characters where I was, if I could say that I've been tempted to do a custom project, this is the one I've actually spoken to several people about in the past and just never really got onto it. So doppelganger will have a switch out head knob. It will pair well with the Hobgoblin. Oh, okay. Okay. This is the printed version of the Empire Studios Logan and X-23.
I love it when you start seeing these prints. I
Yeah.
really do. I just feel it look great.
Well, this is a super clean print. Really nice print.
Yeah.
So,
throw some paint on that and we're fucking away.
Well, that's the part as well. The one thing I did say to the to Empire Studios was, I love this piece. I hate the little girl, and basically they then made it removable. So there is she's attached to the chair at the back, and she comes off and you get a replacement chair.
I've got to be honest, I kind of agree with you.
Yeah, that's not a regular thing. I'm not going to get used to that.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
All right, so I think that's the other side. So to me, I mean, yeah, the bike looks amazing. I mean, the bike,
chunky, isn't it? Like a good chunky.
Yeah, yeah. But the thing is it's got like all the parts on there. If you look at the Punisher bike by XM, it looks like there's a lot missing. So yeah, but I mean, I'm wondering if they're going to do, because one of the things that is a problem with the XM is they didn't have all the kind of chain, and they didn't have the like the brake cables and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that was a problem. Then this was put up, and this is a tease for the Prime 1 Akuma that's going to be shown at Wonderfest.
Wow.
So that kind of came out of nowhere. It looks like he's doing a flying kick.
It definitely does. Certainly from their ankles up, isn't it, on the right leg? So
you can see a foot there.
Yeah,
so it looks like this is angled, and it should be rotated about like 45 degrees or more to the actual like clockwise.
Possibly, unless he's jumping, like landing down.
Can I rotate this? Let me see if I can rotate that. Oh, no, that's too much. I can't rotate it like.
Yeah, that's not helped.
No, that didn't help, did it?
Like the idea, but no.
No, it's only doing 90s.
Yeah.
I only wanted a 40. I wanted a 45 degree, and it wouldn't do it for me. So that's going to be there in the summer. So it'd be interesting to see if this is quarter scale or if this is going to be 1/3, because Prime 1 do love their 1/3.
Yeah.
So then you have the Flash.
This is my boy Jay Charles doing this, man.
Yeah, this is JCC Customs.
Yeah, my boy Jay Charles doing it. He's done a fucking cracking job with this. Really, you know. This is actually the picture I dislike the most that you've chose to use, but
no, there's no dick faces. There's a series of them.
Yeah, this is the one I don't like. I like this because I think the anatomy is perfect. I mean, the thing is with this, which I really like about Jay, is he's somebody who makes statues, who's passionate about the characters and collecting like we are. Yeah. So when he does them, he takes his time and he wants them to be right, and he speaks to a lot of people. I've got big respect for him. He's one of the people in the hobby that I've got a lot of time for.
Yeah.
I really like what he's done with that.
Right, I do have more pictures. So then you're the renders. This is
Texture
to show the texturing, and then that. And I did hear. There you go. I did hear or read on a post that the portal thing at the back is going to be detachable.
Yeah, they're trying to do that. Yeah, that's what I heard. That they're trying to make that. It's also that, you know, with the street being broken up and stuff, so like his powers are causing the damage. You know, we've had numerous conversations about, you know, lots of pieces, and I think that's what they're aiming for.
So
looks great though.
There you go. Lower
Yeah.
angle. This is I can never remember. It's like God-alike.
Fuck me.
And this is the Luke Skywalker, which they've just put up on. They just put up on for sale, and it was last time I checked, it was about $4,000 or something on eBay for free.
I'm not surprised. That is a serious likeness.
Yeah, it's nice.
If you put a suit jacket on that and someone has it underneath their shirt, I would actually think it was the real guy.
They're having a conversation on the thread.
Yeah.
I think, well, Min calls him Tack, so I'm going to call him Tack. Why they're talking about Prime 1 and about why Prime 1 aren't doing any Marvel anymore. There are rumors. Again, this is rumor mill stuff. So there's rumors that Prime 1 upset someone who's likely to be Sideshow when they did the Swamp Thing at the same time. And then they released their Flash before Sideshow released the one they were working on, and kind of ruined a few of their planned pieces because of that. And releasing a Venom at the same time, it all kind of, I think with the mixture of them doing the same characters as Sideshow when they're meant to be working together a bit, I think Sideshow got a bit pissed off, and apparently, Prime 1 aren't doing Marvel at the moment.
Don't irritate don't aggravate the hand that feeds you, mate.
Well, again, this is all speculation and rumor mill stuff that's on the groups. But again, there's rumors as well about Prime 1 setting up their website, upset Sideshow a lot. So there's a mixture of releasing the same characters, setting up websites, making your website an exclusive, extra, double exclusive, or whatever. These are all rumors of why you pissed off Sideshow, and Sideshow allegedly again stepped in and blocked the Marvel license for them. Because that was one of the arrangements as well, was I think that Prime 1 could make these licenses if Sideshow distributed for them, and then they would have a happy house. Because you did see the
happy wife, happy life.
You did see the Prime 1 were doing at one point. They posted an X-Men post pictures, and that kind of went well away. So,
yeah, true.
I don't know. The speculation and rumor mill. So this is the so it's God King Studios. So this is the Luke.
Amazing.
Really
just
good.
Amazing. What scale is that?
Life size.
Amazing. Fucking
life
insane.
Size. Yeah. And then there's Michael Jackson as well. They have a
that's from my childhood. That
is that bad? No.
Yeah.
They have a Thriller one as well, which is really good. So there's bad Moonwalker. So look at that. Wow.
Crazy.
This is then the Graven Labs Beast. So again, I think my pictures all go backwards. There you go.
Wait. I can't wait for this. I swear to God, this is one of the most exciting pieces that I'm looking forward to this year. You know, my boy Marcus Chow worked on this, and he fucking absolutely caned this. The print's come out amazing. The hair. I mean, look at it. That is a proper. And you know what it is about this that I love so much is that when I was a kid, right, and I watched the X-Men cartoon on Saturday morning, right. I didn't like the Beast with the glasses and reading books and talking like all proper. I really wanted to see him annoyed. I wanted to see him pissed. And he was like, it was almost like the Hulk in that way. You know, you never cared for Banner. You were like, just get annoyed and then let's see the Hulk. That's what we're waiting for. It was similar with the Beast. He was one of them characters that kept his composure, but when he lost his shit, he was devastating. And they were the best parts of the cartoon for me. So, you know, this is one of them beasts that, you know, he's, you know, there's no desk and there's no Chardonnay and there's no whiskey. And it's like, this is an all action beast, which is exactly what I wanted. Exactly what I wanted. It's perfect.
Yeah. I didn't like the render of this at all. And I looked at it and I don't know, maybe I'm just not that creative. And I looked at it and I was like, yeah, I don't like that. I don't like this, blah, blah, blah. And the print looks really good. I eat my words. This also is
pie, bitch.
This is also a ridiculously big piece. You know that, George?
Well, I don't know. I think it's like it's about 18 inches wide, and I think it's about yeah.
If you look on the base, right, and you look where my arrow is, that's a Lazy Susan, and we already know that Lazy Susan is just over 13 inches.
Yes.
And look where that ends. Like that ends about there.
Yeah.
And that ends about there. And look how much it comes out.
No, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fun.
It's just a little wet. It'll be okay. Still good. Just a little airborne. It's still good.
Look at that. Got a screaming face. Now imagine that in them like really electric blues.
I prefer the snarling face. I prefer that one.
Yeah, I think put that on it though. That's the problem. I mean, look, the funny thing, Alex, go back to that picture, right? Go back to the snarling face. Is that a can of Coke next to it?
Well, it's kind of in the background, but
yeah, that's how big that. Just look how big that sort of looks next to that can. Looks pretty big.
That's hard to say because that could be.
I know it's forward. Yeah. But I'm just saying it's a big head.
Yeah, well, look at it there.
That looks amazing. That looks absolutely crazy. I can't wait.
Where are you going to put that?
I'm putting it with XM and Mega Red.
Where?
Don't ask me stupid questions. We'll deal with that soon enough.
Right, there's all the hands. And you also get the one where he's holding the finger. Yeah. So if you look, was it there? Yeah, you got all these parts as well, and there's a hand holding the finger that I think there will be hanging down, and then that's broken.
Yeah.
Again, this is one for old Tom. So this is all the heavy metal pieces and Hollywood Collectibles. This is the older ones. I know they were doing a new one, but we showed it the other week. But so this popped up for some reason. I think Jeff was showing it. For some reason, it was in my.
I can imagine Tom having these and all.
Well, I can imagine. Do you know what I can imagine is Jeff Hill and Tom being good mates. I reckon they're quite similar. They seem they'd be quite good mates. I think. This is then the Collector Brothers. This is the Bathos, and this is Banners of Bathos, and this is not Siren. Is it Siren? No, God, I've forgotten her name now. I'm so bad. I wrote Siren, but Siren was the other one they were working on. Sorrow. That's it, Sorrow. So yeah, this is Sorrow, and apparently, I don't know how true this is, but the hand on the base has 6 fingers.
Yes.
And Mufuzal, I think he was messing with us, and he said that what happened is while he was sculpting, he accidentally made an extra finger because he was so tired, and he then looked at it and it worked, so he left it. And he said he was trying to do a hand, and he added the finger by mistake because he was so like working out of exhaustion.
I love that guy.
Fuzal's awesome.
One of the most genuine, sweet, honest, hardworking guys I've ever met. Lovely guy.
Top guy. This is then the Icebreaker link. So he's working on the link.
Sweet.
And there you go. That's the big old base on that.
Looking nuts, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got it actually on. You got the sort of chain link on the suit there underneath.
Beast, man. That's a beast.
Big piece, and he's got the fossil grabbing his leg as well. There's that. He bursts out of the stand, doesn't he?
Exactly.
There you go.
Lovely though. It looks great, man.
Yeah, detailing's really nice. A lot of nice detail on there.
Really, really dynamic like that.
There you go. So it's the Twilt's fossil salad. And then there's the artwork for ink. So it's basically that creature there.
Sweet. I didn't play this game much.
No, I did. I think this was one of the GameCube versions, but I might be wrong. This may be Twilight Princess or something, but I'm probably wrong.
I never really got into this game.
Yeah, or it could be one of the N64 versions. Because I did play Ocarina of Time, and then I didn't play Majora's Mask, and then I played what was the one?
I don't care.
I played Wind Waker, was really good as well. Wind Waker was really good.
Shit.
Fuck off. Then this is the Iron Giant pieces, and these look really, really impressive. This is 1/10.
That's massive.
Yeah. So these this 1/10 line for the Infinity War, I think this is some really good work from Iron Studios on these.
Fantastic. Really, that's
yeah.
Wow.
And then you've got the War Machine, which again I really like that.
Alex,
I'm not a fan of War Machine.
Companies for free statues, man. Get in contact with Iron Studios.
I'm on it. Yeah, I'm on it.
Yeah, let's get some of them 1/10 bitches in this place.
What time are we up to on the chat? I need to say to Iron Studios, you need to watch between 1 hour and 7 minutes to. We're plugging you.
Yeah.
I actually, again, I really like the pose on this. I think, I mean, with the
it looks great. It looks fantastic. They really do it. I'm so impressed.
Yeah. Well,
with telling you though, but in this dude's hand, these don't look 1/10, man. They look big.
Well, maybe he's small. Maybe he's a little dude. I don't know.
Dude, unless he's fucking Peter Dinklage, he ain't that fucking big. That is a big. That looks like. I mean, that is pretty much his waist to his chest.
Yeah.
Where's the inches on that? They're saying 12 inches.
Yeah.
Okay, no, it looks big even for 12 inches, doesn't it?
Don't you remember, like, we saw the...
yeah, Thanos looked big and all, in fairness.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. We saw the Thanos, and the Thanos was big. Yeah. Someone's saying, I can't wait for the Iron Studios X-Men versus Sentinel diorama. I didn't know they were doing one. I'd like to see that, yeah. But yeah, as I say, yeah, these do look big, but I mean, they look great. And I think having the 1/10 scale, you can get away with making it more dynamic because you haven't got the weight issues of the lean. And then this is the line anyway. I think Kevin's going to get on this line. So Kevin and Delane is going to get on this line, and he wants to get the set, I think. So you got the Captain America there. Yeah, I think they're impressive. They've done the old sneaky trick though, like they did in the trailer, where it's got the Hulk and not the Hulkbuster in it. So has he disappeared? Are you still there? Yeah. Okay, he's still there. No, he's frozen. Okay, well. All right. So yeah. So then that's the Iron Studio stuff. Then there's another picture there. Again, I'm super impressed with this line. Then you got the Lucid Fiction and Invictus Designs, and this is the Man Thing. So this is I'm not sure the scale of this one yet. They haven't decided, but this is going to be him coming out of the water. This is to try to get over the fact that this character's a beast. Funny enough, I didn't realize how big this character was until I saw it in Andrew Ho's collection the other day, and it was next to the Mad X Hulk. When I saw the two together, I realized how big the actual Sideshow version was. So this is a massive character, and this is the way the Lucid Fiction are trying to get over the fact that, you know, they've got this massive character but trying to make him displayable. So that's that. Then you've got, this is Mars Studios, and this is the Captain America by Mars Studios. So originally, actual Mars Studios did actually work on the Empire Studios Logan and X-23. They were dealing with a few issues going back and forward, and then Empire Studios bought the project off of them. So this is another sort of motorbike project, and again, this would look great next to the Logan. Hopefully they sort of get to complete it, or maybe Empire will take this over again. So nice piece there. There you go. There you go. Supreme Mars. Trying to figure out what's going on with George. He's abandoned me. Right, let's kick him out. Okay, not sure what's going on with him. So yeah, Mark Studios, you've got different poses there, which they're looking at. Workers on ArtStation. Then you got some teasers for Wonderfest. So these are the Prime 1 teasers. I don't really know the game Bloodborne. I did look on the comments, and someone says this is Aline the Crow. I don't know anything about that character, but I do know that you know, the other Bloodborne, where they're kind of sitting on the chair, and you know, they look really good. They've got great kind of environment going on to them, and it's just another one of those lines which I'm so glad I didn't play the game and sort of didn't really get kind of trapped into having to buy. Same with you know, Berserk and what was the other ones they sort of done, which I'm glad I didn't play Arkham either. But so you got that there. So they're going to be releasing it there. Is that right? That this is Eileen? Or it might not be wrong. A Spanish Heart is saying. All right. Then you have another one from Prime 1. So this, I might be wrong again, but this looked to me like the City Hunter from Predator. So this is the kind of tease for that. And again, they're going to be showing all these pieces in Japan at the end of July. So hoping to be there to kind of cover that. Hoping again that meet up with Nicholas and it's Cisco as well. Hoping to be there. So we'll all do a little sort of collector thing there. We'll see who else is available. Then this is a piece again from Berserk. And I did have to look up this character because I didn't know who he was. So this is the character. And he's called Grumbled. Grumbeld. So they're doing that. And apparently he's like a massive character. I've only seen the original series, and I've seen the kind of 3-part movies. And this character weren't in there. So I don't know who he is. And I did see a couple of episodes of the first, you know, the newer version, but I kind of couldn't keep watching. I didn't like the animation. So this piece is going to be massive. I did see a few people on the comments kind of begging for this one not to be quarter scale because it's massive. So sorry, just got George messaging me. He's asking me what happened. Let me try and get him back in. Can't get in. Hold on. Sorry, bear me a sec, guys. George is wondering what's happening. So let's see how that works. But yeah, again, this character wasn't in the versions that I saw. I read the mangas. New anime is really bad. Yeah, if you want to know more. Apparently, though, I read somewhere that they've extended the new manga as well to another series, which should come out soon. I mean, I really like the feel of the first, the original. I watched then the 3-movie arc, and I think with the 3-movie arc, it kind of, because in the original, I don't really feel it's justified that you hate Griffiths, but then it's right up until the end. But then in the 3-movie arc, they kind of make him more hateable. And then again, as I say, I only watched the first couple of episodes. I keep meaning to watch the new manga, but it's the kind of switch between the different styles of the art. I really like the old classic art, and that's why I quite enjoyed that one. I just do think that the first, I think it's 23 episodes or something, I think they could have really crammed that into like probably 10 or less, because it's all the same shit over and over again. So that's that character there. And you have the wolf predator again, which is another tease from Prime 1. So let me see what he's doing. He's messaging me again. So there's that. Wolf predator there. So I mean, it's quite funny because we've got some pictures coming up, and with the wolf predator, there is a bust by Somarts where they're doing some predator stuff, which came as a massive surprise to me. And there you go. So George is saying he can't get in. Yeah, Somarts are doing a predator, which is a huge surprise. I don't even know where that came from. Somarts have got that license, so we're kind of looking into doing the Predator. They're doing Berserk and doing wherever else. So we do have that stuff coming up. Sorry, George is having issues coming back. The man thing. I think the Luis, if you send me a PM, I can find out more, and then I can actually add you on there. And Shuba Rivas, I did look at some of the Predator comics. I couldn't really get into them that much. I did enjoy some of them, but I haven't read a lot of them. I read the one with the female that, actually, funny enough, that Sideshow made, and I did read some of those ones, and that story arc was really good. But some of the artwork in some of those Predator comics is pretty bad. It's something I couldn't really follow. Try that. Right. Yeah. Sorry, technical issues with Geo. Then this is the Pop Culture Shock. So this is a teaser from Pop Culture Shock, and this is the Sakura. So they're going to be doing this with their usual, the black bases and sort of player 2 versions. So we'll see how that comes out. Okay, George has somehow been blocked from the call. God damn it. All right. So I'm just trying to get George back in here. Right, sorry. He's having issues getting back in. So this is continuing their Street Fighter line. I actually just got a few Street Fighter pieces in the other day. I did a trade, which I got told I was a bit crazy because I got the Mech Zangief a long time ago, and it's been sitting there, and I've not wanted to. Yo!
Oh, fuck's sake.
Hey, man. Fucking hell.
I think Mr. Hines hacked my account.
Well, I was trying, man. I was trying, man.
Dude, I couldn't. Like, I kept saying you're not allowed in. I was like, it's my fucking call. What do you mean I'm not allowed in?
Yeah. So I've gone part. I carried on without you, man. I carried on.
Did I miss anything good?
I can go.
Did I miss Bond's Hobgoblin? Tell me I didn't miss that.
No. So basically,
that's all right.
the Man Thing by Lucifixion.
Yeah, you've been sharing that a few pictures of this. I mean, that's quite strange, Dan. It's almost like a bust.
Hmm? Well, the thing is I'm assuming it's an assumption, but I think it's going to be quarter scale, and if it's quarter scale, it's going to be very displayable. But I also mentioned that I didn't realize how big Man Thing by Sideshow was until I saw Andrew Ho's collection posted the other day, and I noticed it next to the Mad X Hulk, which we've seen. And
that guy has an amazing collection.
Yeah,
man.
And it was big, basically it was bigger than that Hulk. So that is a big old character. So
bigger than what, like the classic PF Hulk?
No, the Mad X one.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, and so this is just a way to accommodate for a massive character.
It's clever. Yeah. I thought it was in a style that was meant to be like a bust. I thought it was quite unique. It was like rising out of the ground. I thought that was quite cool.
It's out of the water. It's out of a swamp.
Yeah, it's cool, man.
Right. So this is then the Mars Studios Captain America. And what I mentioned before was the actual Logan was originally a plan by Mars Studios, and then Empire Studios took over. So maybe, never know. Maybe this will be something that gets taken over. I don't know, but hopefully Empire Studios takes it over, and to do with their Logan line that does it the same scale.
Cool. Reminds me of the first film.
Sorry, Swamp Thing by Sideshow, Man Thing. Sorry, I'm talking about Man Thing. Sorry, did I say Swamp Thing?
Yeah, I don't know. He might have done, but
sorry.
Yeah, that's Man Thing, isn't it?
Yeah, yes. Sorry, I don't think I said it, but if I said Swamp Thing, sorry, this is Man Thing, and I'm talking about the original Sideshow Man Thing as well. So, all right, let me go through those quickly. Then that's some Bloodborne, so you don't really know much about Bloodborne, so we can skip past that. This one, I think, is with the so this one I think is the City Hunter.
Who's this by?
This is by Prime One.
Oh shit! Cool.
Yeah. Then the Bloodborne thing is by Prime One, and then the Berserk characters by Prime One as well. So you don't know about those characters anyway. So I already spoke about them for a bit. And then
fuck me. How long was I gone for?
Yeah, we've gone for a while. Then Prime One there as well. Basically, Prime One are going to be doing all this stuff in Japan.
Nice.
At the end of July, so hopefully I'll be there to cover that. Then you've got the Wolf Predator there, and then Pop Culture Shock Sakura.
Sakura, that's
Sakura from Street Fighter. And then, so that's what I was up to. So then, talking about beasts. So this is the Salt and Pepper.
Very
beast,
nice.
And this is the update of that. So yeah, this is one I'm really, really impressed with. A lot of people are getting the Flash being shipped next week. So I'll be speaking to my boy to see when this is going to get sent to me. So yeah, looking forward to that. I tell you that. And the base on that is based on the X-Men mobile app.
Oh, I thought it was off the the room that they do all the training in.
Yeah, it is a battle room, but it is based on. There's a game, and it's got that effect on the game when you fight. But yeah, Then this one was actually sent to me when the cable post came out last time by Radd. And what happened is he sent me this, but then he didn't respond to me. And I said to him, is that meant to be like a teaser for the Sideshow, or are you just sending me a random fucking sketch? And he didn't respond to me, so I didn't show it last week. But apparently this is meant to be a teaser for the Sideshow cable.
Ah, that's badass.
And if that is the case, that is going to be fucking really good.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, really. I mean, if that comes out that way, with that style, the cape as well, I like that. I like that a lot.
Very nice. It looks very nice.
Right, then you've got the these are all the death masks. So this is a quarter scale, Court of the Dead aspects of death. So these are all the death masks. Put those on there. They're quarter scale. God.
I was going to say, they'd be pretty cool, wouldn't they, if they were like life size?
Well, I was disappointed that Loki helmet couldn't go on my head the other day, but anyway.
Nothing goes on your big fucking Sweden. Don't put my helmet on your head.
No, I did it with all my, okay. I did it with my gel in my hair as well. Then you've got the Iron Man, which is going to be a variant of the Iron Man that came out.
Yeah, that didn't go down so well.
So this is like the 1/5 scale variant of the Avengers assembly line. Going to be an edition size of 500. I think what it is people are not.
It's going to light up.
I believe so. I don't know.
The original doesn't light up, does it?
Well, I hope it does, because otherwise it's a bit misleading. But I think the thing about it all is I think the way Pop Culture Shock do it is the right way to do it. I mean, if you are going to make variants of a piece, you tell people on day one that there are variants.
Same fucking argument.
Sideshow,
and then nothing ever changes. It's really frustrating.
Yeah. Sideshow do it where they'll release it later on, whatever. But
or still, doesn't it? They do big damage on money, and then they bring this one out, and then it's just a bit like, your one takes a bit of a fucking nosedive, and then this one is like, which is not ideal.
Yeah. So
I'm not a big fan of that colour, though. I have to say that. I remember they did a Comiket thing, the same thing.
They did a Comiket variant, yeah.
And I've seen that blue one in person. It looks shit. I didn't like it at all.
Yeah, there's a few people who they've had it repainted as well, because the blue one sells for so cheap, and the painted the color one is like probably 2.5 the price. So people just buy the blue one and repaint it, the stealth version.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Probably has a lower ES as well.
This one came out, which is about 4 years in the waiting. So
Dave Cassie's getting in a conversation with me and didn't realise we were live. You're fired, Dave.
Yeah, I know. He's messaging me as well. It's a group chat thing, so it's not just you.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah. So basically, actually, funny enough, it was Dave Cassie who fucked around with the contrast to make it visible. So, this Sideshow apparently had been working on a Juggernaut and teasing a Juggernaut for like 4 years, I swear. I swear, like Omar. I swear Emperor was telling me like 4 years ago, Juggernaut's coming. And it's like, he ain't coming.
Well, right.
Yeah.
Right. It just not the time scale's just slightly.
It's a bit slow. But I mean, very, very excited to see what this looks like.
Yeah, and a maquette as well. It's going to be big. It's going to be brutal.
Big.
It's going to be big and brutal, man.
And expensive.
Yeah, but if it's done really, really well, and it's got that huge scale and size, dynamic pose.
If it's done with the same attention as Bane, then this will be a fucking amazing piece.
Yeah. Bane, Thanos, they've not. This has been a very strong year for Sideshow Collectibles, in my opinion.
Yeah,
very strong. I think this has been one of the best years they've had, and we're only coming up to June.
Yeah,
they've smashed it. They've done some serious damage towards the end of last year and this year. So
and you got the Mystique as well that's coming.
Yeah,
So
It's
you got
nice little teaser.
tease for
Yeah,
that.
that was obviously they knew you were watching, so they give you a booty shot.
Oh yeah, they Sideshow do sort me out sometimes. So you got that and the Mystique. Then someone said it reminds them of Star Wars, and I said, "What the there's like those women, the women with those kind of horn things, you know, the soft horn like hair. Do you know what I mean?
No, fuck you on
Yeah,
about.
yeah. There's those like female characters, you know, like Shakti and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, they got those like those those things on their heads. No, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
They're
but
not
what
horn, but yeah, but
yeah, I
it
know
looks
what you're doing, but the hair
there's
goes in.
yeah, but someone was saying it looks like one of those. It
What the?
reminds, if anything, it reminds me of the singer from Fifth Element. But hey,
Yeah, it's a bit
um,
like that.
then the Spider-Man is going to be an edition size of 500. So this is the Miles Morales. So yeah, edition size 500, which is not too bad, is it?
Yeah, it's not bad at all. No.
Yeah. This is then the Statics X Hobgoblin.
Yeah, this is what I really wanted to see.
I like everything on this apart from I don't like the unmasked head, but I think the unmasked head looks like a perfect vulture.
That really nice that though.
There you go. Look at that.
Yeah. Now we're cooking with gas. Beautiful.
That looks great.
It
Again, I was
does.
again from the concept. I was a bit skeptical about the glider coming over like that, but I can see it now.
Yeah. Beautiful. You're not very creative though, are you? You fucking.
Yeah, yeah. There you go.
Yeah, that looks great. That looks fantastic. Really nice.
Nice detail in there as well. And there you go. That just reminds me of a vulture, but
Looks a bit like your dad.
too too slim to be my dad in the face.
Your dad in his prime when he had all that money.
Yeah, yeah.
This is my favourite head.
That
This
one.
one. Yeah. That fucking loony, crazy one. I love that head. I know you like that,
I like that one.
Yeah, I know you
Yeah.
like that one. I like the other one, the one that's more lizard. Looks
Yeah.
fucking amazing. Got that crazy tongue. I love that.
Yeah.
That looks great. You know, when that's painted, it's got them oranges. So one thing about Hobgoblin that I've always liked as a character over the Green Goblin is the suit. He's like blue and orange and browns, and they look really fucking pop the colours.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, the other one is good. It's like Demo Goblin's quite cool as well.
I remember him, yeah. But
He's in Maximum Carnage as well.
I remember him as well, Demo Goblin, yeah.
Yeah. And then this is then the Statics X and Cryptic X. This is the Venom heads. So I love the Lethal Protector one on the left.
Yeah, Bagley.
I really do. The Bagley one. I love the McFarlane one.
I like how he's done that. I love how he's done the McFarlane teeth.
Yeah.
I love that. That's really clever. They're like quite gummy and quite small compared to the others. I like 3 out of them 4 portrait. I really don't like that jaw one.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the last one, but that's just the artwork, isn't it?
I definitely love all the other 3.
Yeah.
I love the glaze on the eyes and stuff. That looks amazing. Really nice.
Apparently, Dicky Two Shoes. Every
I love that guy.
time.
He's got the best name.
Well, first of all, sorry. Let's go back. Sorry, there's quite a lot of comments here.
Hey, Dicky Two Shoes.
Harbottle sculpted the Juggernaut.
Oh wow! Okay, cool. That's good news.
And then Dicky Two Shoes says, Igo says on the statue forum that Juggernauts will be the size of Thanos Marquette if Thanos was standing.
Oh, that's going to be a beast.
Whoa. But with more muscle.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, in fairness, that's right though, because I mean, he's fit. The Thanos on throne is jacked, but I mean, Juggernaut's on a totally different level.
Yeah,
Juggernaut is like crazy. You know, when you read the comics and you see him in cartoons or any sort of like any of our pop culture, he's very 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 huge.
But in the Madness, Venom's as big as him in the Madness, isn't he?
But yeah, I mean, there's a couple of covers where a couple of sketches. Like I said, it's a thing you've got to always be very careful with when you're trying to like nail, a scale of a statue, and you say, oh, it's out of scale or it's wrong. Technically speaking, that you're incorrect every time you say that because they're always depicted different sizes, always.
Yeah.
So you'll always find media where it's like, yeah, that's the right size. It's the same with the Venom comiquette. There's loads of comics where he's that size. Loads.
And the transformation head is really good as well. Did you
Yeah,
see on the admin group there was another head, but I don't think that's live yet. That was nice.
Yeah, that was nice.
All right. So yeah, the Lethal Protector head, I love that.
Personally, that McFarlane is screaming at me. I think that McFarlane looks the bollocks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like
Bagley. You know, I love the Bagley art.
I think mine goes in order. Mine is Bagley, McFarlane, Transformation, Larson.
I'm probably going to say McFarlane, then Bagley, then Transformation, then Larson. Only because there's something about them little teeth that I find quite terrifying. Like Chatterer, like a fucking Chatterer.
Yeah, Chatterer.
He's got like little spiky teeth, a couple of little canine bits.
But I mean, I would be. I mean, if it only had two heads and it was the Bagley and McFarlane, I'd be very happy.
Yeah, me too.
I love that dribble as well, that green shit coming out his mouth. You
see, that's what I don't like about the Bagley. If that dribble shit weren't there, Bagley would be number one for me. But I like it. Yeah, the dribble I don't like.
Then this is the print of the Tiger J Spider-Man, and this looks massive,
huge, man.
Yeah, look. I mean, that is the quarter scale. That's the quarter scale Sideshow PF, isn't it?
It looks like it, but that looks like that's been repainted or something's been done with it.
Well, no, they are working on it because something's on the bottom. The chicken's broken on the bottom, isn't it? So they are. So
it looks like it's been repainted because it's not as vibrant as that in person. It looks like it's been lightened up. The color, the red's not like that. Not that I remember.
Fuck's sake, my TV's going.
That looks like it's been repainted to me. Yeah, it's repainted. That's
no, it does. It does.
It is in the forefront. That's very misleading.
Well, no, because all the belts and stuff have been taken off, so you can see it's all like been removed a bit.
Yeah, for repaint.
Yeah, but the scale between that and that Tiger J looks well out of scale.
I don't trust these angles.
All right. Well, what about?
I don't know. Yeah. No. Okay. Yeah. That's messy. Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell me you had another photo?
Well, yeah, that's what I was getting to. But you always like fucking stop.
You well sold me down the river there. You well sold me down the river.
Well, you always do that. You just keep talking, man. You don't let me talk, and I'm here. Do you know when you went? Do you know when you went? I was so fucking happy when you went. Everyone could hear what I wanted to say. I was well happy.
Listen, I let you speak at the beginning, and then you just tied yourself in knots. Never again.
I apparently said that someone said this is a X-Force version that's been repainted that way.
Oh wow. That's cool.
So I can hear your dog snoring.
Yeah, look, I have to show you. Look,
can't see it. Won't be able to see it.
Everybody else can, I think.
I don't think they can. And it was Emperor who said it was. Oh yeah, no, I don't think it is. Emperor says that's an X-Force version repainted, but then Ed Dude makes a great point about where the bullets end.
What do you mean? What are they saying about it?
No, Emperor said that's an X-Force. That looks like an X-Force version repainted.
If he said that is a fucking unbelievable spot.
But,
I'll tell you that.
But then Ed Dude says, "Well, what happened to the bullets on the base?" Oh no, the X-Force version don't have the bullets.
No, the X-Force version doesn't have the bullets. That's how you know it's.
Yeah. So the original has the bullets. So yeah, Emperor's wrong and Ed Dude's wrong. Ed Dude's wrong and Emperor's right. Even though Ed Dude was just sticking up for me. So I don't want to. Anyway, then there's the bust holder for for the spare heads. So you got that there. And
pretty cool. It's massive though, that isn't it? That is so big. Well, I mean, in fairness, Spider-Man, you want a nice centerpiece Spider-Man, didn't you?
Sorry, Ed Dude. Yeah. Okay, Ed Dude was agreeing with him. Sorry. Too much excitement for one day. So yeah, this looks like it's going to be like 3.5 scale.
It looks massive.
All right. And then this is the Somarts. This looks really impressive. This is the Berserk diorama. This is where Griffiths and Guts go in and they fight Zod underground. It's probably one of the best parts for me of the original series.
I've never seen it. It looks mad though. Who is this by?
This is by Some. Your dog is well fucking snoring away. Jesus.
I think Jenny sabotaged this chat because she brought him in here.
Yeah, she always does. Apparently, no, this is from Golden Age, but the it does happen in the original. The story.
I don't see. I just all looks foreign to me because I'm not really seeing this.
Yeah,
but I have to say, it looks fucking crazy.
It does. It's impressive.
Very similar to like almost Superman versus Hulk diorama sort of style.
And then you got the Dragon Ball Z piece as well. So this is the Statue of La, and it's called Terrified Warriors.
Okay.
So it's him fucking everyone up, basically.
I love all their dynamic stuff in clear resin. It's really cool.
I do. But the thing is,
I'm so glad that I don't sort of like the shows and shit.
Yeah.
Because that'd fucking kill me.
Yeah, of course. There you go. And he's got so much stuff going on as well with that. I think the diorama may appeal to more people because this is a smaller scale. So this is probably going to be like 1/6 scale, but it's still going to be big.
Massive.
But it will be posable. So this is Krillin. So say that there. There you go. Again, I don't watch Dragon Ball Z, so I can't get excited about it. I'm sorry.
And that's a good thing.
Yeah,
because if you did watch it and you did like it, you'd be broke. Because there's loads of these type of statues. I mean, this is the art.
I would have
I love it. It looks
I would have kept the Vegeta if I loved it. Then this is the Naruto. Yeah, Naruto Gaara. Do you remember we saw one of these by Ryo Studios?
Yeah, I remember it very well.
This is their version of Gaara.
It's crazy.
That is going to be big because the thing is about this is
massive, and there was only 2 hands that were like that, I believe.
I'm sorry, I've been corrected. It's Kuririn, the Dragon Ball Z thing. Okay, but yeah, that is going to be big because if you remember, we did the Killer Bee, and that Killer Bee was massive. This is going to be ridiculous, but they look fantastic though. They do look really good.
It's a lot of space for the scale that they are. Take a lot of space. I like the standing up version better.
Yeah, I do. No, I like the fight, but actually, I liked it. I like that one.
Nah, I like the other one. I like standing up.
Yeah. That's where our hands. That's where the hands are positioned. It looks better. See where the I don't know what they're called, but the
stand monster.
Yeah, I guess where that is, the hands are like where she's meant to be there. The hands don't really go right there from that angle.
Yeah.
So
crazy.
Yeah, it looks better there with her standing.
Yeah, I like that.
It's like it's protecting her a bit.
Exactly, that's how it seems, doesn't it? Covering
her. This one, I can't remember the fucking names of these things. This is Naruto and Kuruma. There you go. So Naruto. There you go. So he's like that hiding underneath the tail or something. There you go.
That's pretty cool.
And then there's the Predator bust, which kind of came out of nowhere. I didn't expect Somei to get a Predator license, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's crazy, yeah.
So that kind of came out a bit surprised. Then you got the XM Studios. This is apparently this is our sponsor, so we have to go and definitely got to cover them.
Sucky.
Yeah. So this is a tease that was shown, and this is an alien base. You can tell that's for the alien piece.
Oh, I can't wait. What scale is this alien going to be in?
It would be to match the Predator, I believe.
Oh wow! Yeah, man.
Can't wait. So you got that there. Can't wait to have painted. Yep. Then you got the Mystique from them.
Looks lovely. Very nice.
And yeah, she looks beautiful. I think Riali's all over this.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me, to be honest.
Yeah.
Get his big lobster hands around that.
All right. So
yeah, she looks
then
fantastic.
you got the Omega Red, which this now looks impressive. I mean, I had no desire with the Omega Red, and I think this and that.
Look at that. That's fucking mad.
Really cool.
Loving the skin tones as well. The paleness of it. Really liking it a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of people said they want the hair to be a little bit more yellow, but I hope they don't do that because I kind of like it like that.
Yeah, it's hard to say, really. I mean,
quite like it pale, though.
Again, this looks a little rough because if you look at the hair, some of the hair, that they haven't finished that, because if you look at all the hair, like here,
yeah,
it's all really rough and bubbly and
definitely
shit. So they're still working on that. And then that's the pose there, actually done by Emperor. There you go. That's Emperor's Instagram. We shouldn't be plugging him, should we? But it's Emperor's
Instagram. We love Emperor. Emperor's boy.
Do you know the funny thing is? This picture was sent to me by Sang. So Sang's following you on Instagram, Emperor.
Yes. Then that is amazing. Them reds on that look absolutely insane on that Omega Red.
Then you got basically we showed it before, the Zo Smile, so ZO Smile, and they're doing a custom Thanos like this. So they've started doing some mock-up paints.
Very nice.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that's terrifying. Perfect.
Look at all the little hairs. You can see the peach fuzz all over his face.
Yes.
So yeah, that's going to be impressive. That looks like a great bust.
Stunning, really stunning.
Not seen the Exceed version of Vegeta. I've seen the Trunk. I think it was called Trunk. I've seen that, but I haven't seen the Vegeta. I was asking in the comments. And that's it. Got to the end.
We did relatively well, I think.
Well, apart from you.
My account getting hacked.
Apart from you fucking off for half the chat.
Nah, well, someone got in clearly and pushed me out of my own conversation.
I removed you. If you actually watch back, I ejected you at one point.
Yeah, you probably needed a little bit of your own private time, I'm guessing, so you could talk.
I did. I had to say some things. I had to get some things off my chest, and I needed you to be away for a bit. I didn't, All right. So we've gone through that. I don't know. Is there anything else you would like to cover?
Me? Not really. No, I'm quite happy. I mean, I didn't really want the start of our conversation, our chat today, to be sort of on the defensive note where we start talking about, the proof of this and the thing of that, because I don't think it's warranted, really. To be honest, I don't think it should be necessary. But unfortunately, sometimes you have to do these things.
Yeah.
And also on top of that, I didn't want to have to go into this crap today, but. Some people, if you keep talking, then we're gonna have to talk back. So,
if Astrad is still listening, Cat Dad 776 is Michael, the admin.
Yes.
So no, Michael messaged me to say tell Vasrod who I am.
Who is this fucking pretender? Yeah, so yeah, but you know what I mean. That's how it goes sometimes. Sad but true.
Yeah,
Other than
and I
that,
mean, unfortunately, I mean, it might have been a bit kind of all over the place, a bit back and forward. But the whole, if you're on the social media, as I say, I've been sent so many messages and there's so many screenshots of everything, and literally there is 314 images and screenshots in a folder on my desktop for, about the whole thing, and it's ridiculous. It's got, I mean, the guy, um, he went from having he had a following, and he, some people didn't like him, some people didn't, do whatever else, but whatever way it was, he had a business and people were buying from him and people were loyal to him. He had a big following, and then all of a sudden I don't know, there were a lot of messages where he was getting like quite arrogant, quite big and quite full of himself, and then all of a sudden he just exploded, and it all seemed to, it kind of was building up, and then I think, it seemed that me not agreeing to his ultimatum kind of pushed him over the edge. It was kind of the straw that broke the camel's back.
Another good move from you, my man. Just tip the
Yeah,
guy over.
well, I mean, his name may get a mention in my memoirs I'm typing at the moment, so But I mean, thanks everyone for watching, and thank you for the support. Just damn, my hair's gone pretty crazy. Yeah, thank you for the support, and hit that like button. I'm sure we got like 20 red thumbs already, which normally happens on these shows. Actually, funny enough, it's the first show where it hasn't had like 4 red thumbs at the end of it.
Like I say, anyway, this try. The most important thing now going forward, from our perspective, is we're not going to be doing any more. We're not going to be putting any posts up and stuff like that, and we're going to try really hard to sort of let the community move on, because to be honest with you, far too much energy has been spent on this fall. So I really don't want to go on anymore. But saying that, we definitely won't be showing or promoting or sharing anything from him.
Well, that's the,
because it's just not, and it's got nothing to do. We've fallen out with Imaginarium Arts. We've fallen out. We still show their stuff. It's much more. It's much more about on a not on a personal level for us. But when you start making threats of violence and things against other collectors, I don't give a fuck what you make. We won't promote you here, and that goes for anybody. If I saw a post or pitch from any company, basically attacking and physically threatening other collectors, that I wouldn't show them. Just out of principle, because it's just wrong. It's just how it goes. And certainly as customs, it's even worse. So,
So we got Jules who's saying, ask Gio if you prepared or just winged it. Right. I want to say one thing before Gio answers that question. When George got married, basically the morning of his wedding, he decided on doing his speech before we left, and he wrote a speech in like an hour or whatever it was in the morning, while we were all sort of shaving and getting into our suits, and then he done his speech, and I think about 80% of the room was crying by the end of it. So yeah, I very much doubt he prepared any of that chat. So yeah.
No, we don't. No, it's not. For me, it's I always find, I got to be honest with you, that's why. But in fairness, that's why we don't have any scripts from anybody. Is because we can't. I can't follow them. I say how I feel, and I say what I think, and I don't want. I don't need it. I don't want anybody rising up and taking any sides. I think you just got to go with your own moral compass on things. And I'm actually been really proud of the response. A couple of people have very much disappointed me. People that have clearly jumped into bed, been offered a free statue, and then they're off posting and promoting his shit when this has all gone on. And I think that's I think that's really sad. At the end of the day, you've got to stand by your fellow man here. They are. I'm going to use Andrew Ho's words. That you're fighting over painted rocks. You really, you got to just keep your moral ground. Let's use the community for the great people that are in it and try and be friends and try to support each other and share, because that's what it's all about. Nobody wants to see this shit. Nobody wants to hear it. I don't want to hear any of this rubbish. And it's my chat. I don't want to hear Alex going through screenshots, defend it. I don't want to see any of that sort of shit. And I think, you know, there's so much to go around. There's so many pieces. There's so many opinions. There's so many artists. There's so many great customs out there that now have been tarnished. I mean, I got loads of messages. I got loads of people on the post going, this is why I don't buy customs. I'll never buy. And it's just like, you know, that's really sad. It's damage that is done, you know, because you got to remember the most important thing without custom, right? In general, there's no Daniel Bell. There's no Aaron Ray Perez. There's no fucking Canal. There's no one. Everyone starts at the beginning making projects, trying to get their name out there, trying to get their work seen. You know, Calissimo, all the rest of them. You know, we need to see the art. You know, unfortunately, there isn't enough big companies to grab every talented artist working in the world today. So they have to get their name out there. And that's the best part about customs, is you get to see some unbelievable talent. And, you know, long may that continue. Let's make sure that it's not so fucking, you know, so greedy and so arrogant. And hopefully we can all win. I just want to make sure that the group is happy, you know, the channel is happy, and people, are, you know, are getting on with their lives and not spending too much time dwelling on it. That's all.
Because as well, again, I mean, we've mentioned this before, but you know, the group, you know, the reason why we do the videos, we do the reviews, and we go, you know, we cover the cons. You know, do you know how much easier it would be to go to the convention and not have to video everything? That would be a dream. You know, that'd be so good to actually just go to Singapore, go to the con there, look over all the 100 pieces, enjoy it, take it in, go away, and you know, not have to then edit all the videos, post all the videos, take, you know, if you look at that, there literally are 100 pieces at the Singapore con. Every piece we cover for like 2 minutes or so, and then you got to talk to each other in between. You got to do this in between, that in between. You know, that's like, you know, what's that? That's like 5 hours of just fucking around that. But then it's all, you know, it is non-stop. You know, if you ask anyone who was at Singapore, we were working our tits off. We came back and both of us were actually ill. We both had like a flu from not sleeping. And
run down.
But we do it because we enjoy doing it. We do it as
it's not just that the cons out, is it? It's not, you know.
No, I'm saying that with the
comment,
you know,
Facebook.
Yeah, but yeah, everything. I mean, you know, we'll be doing the reviews. We do it because we enjoy it. We do it because we want to do it. And
that's right.
You know, we're not doing it because, you know, we'll review, you know, what we want to review. When we go to Tom's house, he has 500 pieces. We'll be there for the day. We'll review the 10 pieces that we want to review, and we'll do what we enjoy. But you know, people, you know, and sorry, that's my point. It's an escape, and people go onto the group as an escape from your stresses of your life, and it shouldn't be stressful to in your escape area. I know there are people who want it to be drama, and people who want it to be want to wind people up and do whatever. But you know, we've got to a stage where we're very fortunate. We have a good following, and you know, if there are people who are, you know, abusing that, then they will be removed. And we've got to a stage where we don't need to please everybody. You know, we just need to make sure we are doing what we love doing, and we are pleasing the people who want to be there to enjoy it. You know, there are people who come in, you know, there are some people recently who are coming in and cause a lot of shit and then come back. And we've said to them, it's done. You know, why waste time with you when you take up 10 times more time than other people who actually, you know, kind of deserve it, but like, you know, they're actually, you know, they're there to enjoy it, and then they're there to kind of spread the enjoyment rather than hate. You know, so,
I get you. I understand what you're saying. Yeah,
I don't know. But
you got to do it, like I say, you got to just the hobby they have these things. They happen every now and then. It feels like the Godfather when they say, every few years, every 10 years or so, you got to have a clean out. You got to have a bit of drama. I mean, it's true. Sometimes these things are bubbling under the surface for quite a long time, and eventually they come. So,
and we have to have a talk now because you said something, so we have to have words offline about what we're doing because you said. Whoever said that is going to be the admin, so we might have to hit a happy medium somewhere with that. We'll discuss that offline.
That's good. The only different point is that someone I was quite surprised that you get offered something like that. To be brutally honest, because I would like to think that that was. I mean, I maybe it's just me. I'd like to think that was thrown at us because that helps him. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because that's the funny thing, when someone puts on a post like, "Oh, I've got these 2 licenses, and if you pull that post down, I'll send you the prototypes." Who the fuck do you think that helps? Does that help us or does that help you? Because that helps you more than it helps us. No, I don't need to do that. I don't need that. I don't need those pieces. I'm not going to keep them.
But the person in question is probably the #1 Facebook troll, so they're probably saying, "Here, take my statue to shut the fuck up." That's probably what that was.
All right, that's the angle. Maybe maybe that.
Okay, anyway, we'll discuss this after.
Do I have to talk to you more?
Yeah. All right. Anyway, sorry, we dragged on a bit too much. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the support. Thank you for watching. Love you all. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. If you're not on the Facebook group, make sure you join the Facebook group. Make sure you get your ass in there, and make sure you comment on there. Again, we try and promote
a backlog of members though. 200.
We do have a backlog of nearly 250 members. Again, just one quick point. What we do is when there is a incident like this, we block. We don't block. Sorry, we hold out on letting people in for a week until the drama blows over, because a lot of those people potentially are going to be there to fuel the drama. So we don't want that. So that's why we do that. And we've always done it that way. All right. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and love you.
Happy collecting, man. Peace.
Happy collecting. I didn't even say what the pieces I fucking got, did I? Oh, yeah, I traded my Mech Zangief, and I got the Black Bison, the Guy All Champion Edition, the E-Honda, and the Alex, the Cable Bust, and £270, $350.
Win.
Thank you. Win. Bye.